School of the Art Institute of Chicago. This program started basically because after my injuries in war, I didn't know how to deal with myself. I came back, had a brain injury, my best friend was shot and killed. I didn't know myself at that point. Art has helped me by giving me a chance to have a voice again. I used to not be able to leave my house. I couldn't go talk to people. I would physically throw up and get sick. If you could be 0%, that's committing suicide, 100% being the best you can be. After the Marine Corps, after being injured, I was at probably like a 9 or a 10. And after this school, I was back to like 85% me. For people who may struggle like I did and didn't want to break out of the house and be like, I'm not sure if this is going to work, I just want them to know my story and be able to come out here and learn with other combat vets how to do art. And if they're looking for one more way, if they just come out here and give me a chance, it's going to be worth it.
What we were aiming for is to express what we were dealing with, when we were deployed and during our military career, where we literally get out of our element, go on this kind of like alternate reality to go back in time, think about what we went through, and express it to other people.
Just being exposed to different concepts of art, like at the museum and some of the contemporary art we saw, that's what influenced me to try doing a performance piece for my last project.
The opportunity to be at the school was just phenomenal. It was amazing. At lunch, we could go and wander the halls of the museums, and that was pretty awesome.
I think the hardest part was actually talking about what I've been through. It was easy talking to Richard because he is a combat veteran and he has been through stuff I've been through. And
my job was to, go find IEDs or find landmines or anti-personnel landmines and take them apart. And little did I know, I was putting that stuff inside me.
At first, it's a little hard to let yourself become vulnerable. You won't really know what to do right away. It takes a couple days. I know for me, it took a week.
Being surrounded by a bunch of veterans that know what combat feels like, knows the after effects of combat, knows how it feels to come home. It was really comfortable being here.
They're going to come to class like normal college students, treated like normal people that know how to be like, I can be in college, I am a normal person, and I can live like everybody else lives. If even one of them chose to go to college and study art and has that artist brain to where it saved them, it's totally worth it. Totally worth it, Zach.
So worth it. What are we doing now?
Totally
So worth it.
You're
what are we doing now?
It's me and you. Mono e
We're
mono.
here.
I'm gonna try to.
We're
Try
here.
to size you
We're
up.
doing it.
So we're the same size. Look at that. But yours is all cool because you got that background. Oh, hold on. We're gonna make some
Blended.
tweaks.
I'm blended.
Okay.
I see us. All right.
All right.
Hello.
Okay, because it was echoey a minute ago, but now we're
Hello,
checking to make
Facebook
sure.
Viewers.
Is it good now? We good? We're checking all the technical issues. Do.
Look the setup you got going on there. It looks good.
Right? Did you see? Yeah.
Perfect.
We have you seen this space yet?
I've not been there yet.
So this, just yesterday we did a few little reviews. There's only a few times, but I could do it again. So this is 3,500 square feet. Let me show you. Come with me on a journey.
Let's see it. I'm coming. Ooh, that's a nice door. Dude, that is big. Okay.
This is called Between Two Ferns. No. Yeah, so we're gonna have in this space that we're in now, this isn't technically the streaming space, but we're gonna have a full-time streaming room in the back here, and we're gonna have a writer's room behind us, and then this is gonna be, we're gonna have about 6 or 7 cubicles, like for offices for us. But then after that, on this side, we're having a drawing and photo studio, so it'll be blocked off and it'll be like 11-foot walls. And then we're gonna have a ceramic studio in this place. And then an art gallery towards the end of it. So it's gonna be pretty
ambitious,
super ambitious, but that's what we do,
that is what we're doing.
Let's see what we got. Oh, we got like 15 people watching ish. Sweet. Well, everyone, it is the big Payback. And so for everyone outside of Nashville, you're probably like, what's the big Payback? So it's I know we were here yesterday for about 12 hours just streaming and trying to raise money for Giving Tuesday, but every single year in May in Nashville, they have 900 nonprofits come together and they're all trying to raise money, and the Community Foundation of Tennessee will give the nonprofits money if they hit certain goals. So right now between 6 p.m. and 7 p.m., if CreatiVets gets the most donations, unique donations, so it doesn't mean you don't need to donate 100. If you just had a bunch of people donate $10, we could win $1,500 from the Community Foundation. And so, but it doesn't stop right there, because then if we win the most in the 3-hour block, we could win, I think it's another $1,500. And so overall, we can end up winning about $7,500, I think is the max we can win. But it goes for 24 hours, so we'll be streaming or having video up for at least probably 24 of those hours. Let me see. Yeah, and I actually have a call with him a little bit later. Oh, okay. So one of our veterans who is being really awesome right now set up a campaign for us through Big Payback so he could start getting donations. But that reminds me, we should also tell, so this will be very casual for you watching at home. We're going to be talking a lot. We're going to talk tonight with some veterans who've been through the CreatiVets program. We're going to talk about CreatiVets, how it came to be and all that fun stuff. And then we're going to go into some live music. We're going to have one person do a bunch of songs tonight, Jesse Taylor, who's awesome. And then we're going to do some gaming. We're just going to, and I think we're going to do it. It's going to be a Twitch exclusive for the gaming, but you could join us later tonight, and we're going to be streaming throughout the night. And we'll have some videos. Then tomorrow morning, for the rest of the time, we'll have more art and music programs. We'll have our art director, Garrett, up in Chicago doing a bunch of art up there for the first portion of the day. And then we'll have back in Nashville with songwriting and guitar and Jason Meyer's photography. Then we'll shoot it back up to Chicago and I think, Zach, are you going to be a part of that last part of it where they're doing a walkthrough of the space? Bridgeport? Yep, so go back up there to see some Bridgeport and what we're doing in Chicago. So if you're on Facebook especially, please do video shares and tell people, especially in this 1 hour, your $10 could gain us $1,500. That's it. Just a $10 donation. You can go to creativets.org. You can click on the donation pages as they pop up and scroll through on the Twitch, on the Mixer. Anywhere you go where there's a donate button now, YouTube, it should all go back to the Big Payback, and that's how we win, is by having a bunch of people donate small donations. So text your friends, text your wives, text everyone you know. But yeah, let's talk, Zach, about military and about arts and all that fun stuff. So let's start with just you as like some of your military career before the arts.
Well, my military career before the arts, I came in the Marine Corps, a year after you? Same time? 2004?
Yeah, I was at 03.
Yep, so a year after you, June 24th, 2004.
I was July 9th. We're almost exactly a year.
Broke my leg in boot camp, then found a hernia, so I graduated in December. Picked up PFC time and service in boot camp.
Yeah, that's awesome.
So anyway, after that, it is so funny. So after that, I went to School of Infantry and out in California, and there I got the opportunity to try out for something I had no idea about, recon. And I remember it. The dude, Gunny swore, came out with these, loose rolled sleeves, tattoos all up, hat was like, and he's like, hey, we do some fun stuff out here at Recon, play a video for you. Played a video, it was a cool video, looking like some fun stuff, and didn't think anything of it because I wanted to be a Marine Corps Scout Sniper, And so I actually talked to my recruiter and was like, hey, I had the opportunity to try out for this Recon thing, but I really want to be a Scout Sniper. And they were like, no, go Recon, you'll get the opportunity within like a year. So I went Recon and I screened, and I don't know, I think they had like 40 of us get in the pool, and they chose 6 of us. And out of those 6, we had 3 people go on to basic recon school. Actually, after the pre-basic reconnaissance course at 1st Recon Battalion, and then out of those 3 that actually went, only 2 of us graduated. And so, yeah, after that, after going through recon school, I went to Okinawa and went through a few other schools along the way. Went to Fallujah in 06, 07, which is where we crossed paths and didn't meet.
Yeah, we did.
On a fateful day, down on 6 House Road, down on, what was that, Mobile?
Oh yeah, MSR Mobile. Yep.
Yeah, 6 House Road off Mobile, where we had a incident where Richard responded and I was there and didn't know of each other, but found each other later on. After Iraq, I did a few more deployments out in Okinawa, and then came over to 5 years and deployed twice. After that, I had to get some medical things taken care of, and so I went up to Quantico, where I was the Marine Corps Dive Project Officer, where I handled the diving equipment and things for the military. But when I stopped deploying after those 7 deployments, my brain slowed down. You know, TBI said it. And so I needed some help on like why I wasn't remembering full-on days, not just like conversations, but like days didn't exist to me. You know, migraines galore, vision problems, stability problems. Found out I had a solid amount of TBIs and went to go get it taken care of, and which is where I found art and music and poetry, and then ipso facto you and CreatiVets.
Yeah, that's awesome, because most Marines are not like us in finding the arts. Hold on, real quick. I'm gonna actually pull up our CreatiVets Instagram and then go live on here too, so we could tackle all of these things. I know they won't see you; they'll hear you unless I point them at you. But then I'm just
Shout
gonna.
out to the amazing Instagram CreatiVets social media managers, Garrett, Leo, and Zachary.
They're the best. They're the best. Let's see.
So yeah, while you're doing that, after I found the arts and things, got introduced to CreatiVets, went there to Chicago for the Songwriting Program, hung out with you in the studio at nights. A lot of good times, a lot of good nights.
Heck yeah.
And then medically retired from the Marine Corps, which, by the way, official as of, what is today? Is today Wednesday or Tuesday?
Today is Wednesday.
It was official as of Monday. I'm officially retired.
Heck
I was
yeah.
on the temporary duty retirement, temporary disabled retirement list, but now I got moved to the permanently disabled retirement list. And so, as of Monday. So, yeah, I'm enrolled in the School of the Art Institute of Chicago, pursuing a bachelor's in fine arts, and looking at making CreatiVets a full-time gig if you guys will pay me full-time.
Heck yeah. Well, that's why we're here raising money.
Right.
And so we know on Instagram, we're on Instagram Live too, so I can answer you guys' questions. But today is Giving Tuesday. Yesterday was Giving Tuesday. Today is another, the big payback. There's so many days, my brain is fried. We've been streaming like crazy, but today is the big payback here in Nashville. And so a $10 donation to CreatiVets could end up getting us $1,500. If we have multiple, we can actually end up winning. They kind of gamified the way that you raise money. And so the Community Foundation of Tennessee is going to award people for hitting certain milestones. So if we have the most donors, period, we'll get $1,500. If we get the most donors right now from 6 p.m. to 7 p.m., we get $1,500. If we have the highest donations overall, I think it's $5,000. So if you can and you could spare it, please tell all your friends. Right now, just minimum. A $10 donation right now is bigger than a $1,000 donation, because if we do this all together, we're going to be winning this $1,500, and then later down the road, hopefully win the $5,000 grand prize. So we'll be streaming all day today on our Mixer, our Twitch, and our YouTube. And so you can see right here, if you go there, you'll see and Facebook and YouTube, you're going to see the conversations that we're having right now. So if you're on Instagram and you're watching this, you should actually go to Facebook, go somewhere else, because then you can have the full conversation with Zach, and then we'll be watching little documentary here in a little bit, and we're going to talk to more veterans and play some music and show some artwork. And then a little bit later, we're going to be gaming with our friend Badgerfield, and we're just going to tear it up. And then tomorrow, we're going to be doing music. We'll do songwriting. We'll have Tim Fagan, Grammy Award-winning songwriter. He's going to do some guitar tomorrow morning. We're going to have Jason Myers Photography do some photography stuff. So please donate. Go to creativets.org/donate, or is it just donate? Just go to creativets.org and then you can donate. But if you have questions over here or over here, you can ask them. This is all about you all learning more about CreatiVets, and then us learning right now more about Zach and his experience through the arts. So we'll be here for a minute. So any of those questions, they're all on the table. So just ask us. We're open books. So yeah.
So I don't have access to the chat right now since Richard has the main controls of our device for that. And so I'll be answering the chat from Mixer, Twitch, Facebook, and YouTube just verbally. But Sapper Carts and Chester Nelly on Mixer, I see you, and thank you for the good wishes on retirement.
Yeah, let's turn this down a little bit. Sweet. So let's talk more about the art. So when you said, weren't you in Walter Reed, I think? Is that where you were when you first applied, or?
Nope, I was at a TBI clinic up in Northern Virginia, yeah.
Okay. And so wasn't the...
I think it needs to be up because it's coming through that mic.
Okay. So it's coming up with this instead of that?
Yeah.
We're just...
Are Marines not technical experts?
No, I guess not. Wait, then would we only do NDI source and not this? I don't know how that works. Anyways, the whole Skype thing. Hold on, we're gonna test something out. Hey, on Instagram people.
Test. Yes, I can hear you. Yes, I can hear you.
He was on as we talked about. Nothing coming through. Yeah. So we had to change it back. Sorry, we just started, but 6 p.m., 7 p.m. we're looking for donations. Sweet. We have a lot going on right now. But sweet. Thank you so much. Yeah, Brandon ended up getting us an extra $400, and since we had a matching grant of $5,000, that means he actually ended up raising us $800. So it was really awesome. But if you want to get the full effect of what we're doing and see some of the other things that we're doing, hit us up on Facebook or Mixer or YouTube or Twitch, and you'll see the whole gambit, ask questions, all that stuff. But thank you so much. We really appreciate you. But yeah, Zach, you had a question about, before we get back into it, because I want to...
Before the Marine Corps?
Yeah, did you ever do art before the CreatiVets?
No, so I never had done art before the Marine Corps. I was a scout sniper and went through urban scout sniper in the Marine Corps. But as far as anything beyond drawing range cards and objective sketches from the bush, watching an objective, no art.
Yeah.
I was an art child, like in elementary, and I excelled at it. But besides that, no art at all.
You like me, ate more crayons than we played with, than we drew with. Well, that was the same with me. I was not into, I like to doodle and I like to draw. There was a time in high school where I could do pretty good at if I saw like a lizard on a magazine, I could copy it and draw it pretty close to it. But I never had this idea of conceptual art. And so when I came back from war and I also had a brain injury, I was trying to go the route of business. And like with the brain injury, it's our brains don't compute as well as they used to. And so I started failing on my classes. And so art to me at first was just a cop-out. It was, and I say that, I've told this to huge groups of people, artists too. I'm like, I did an art talk and I said art was a cop-out to me. Because honestly, I'm being real, that's what it was when we first started. But I didn't know it was going to change my life. And that's ultimately what ended up happening. And so I went from just doing doodles and then failing this class to be like, you know what, I'm just going to get an easy degree in art, and I'm just going to, just do something after that. All I need is a degree, and art ended up changing my life.
Yeah, so I mean, and it's true, like the opportunities that are presenting themselves are unreal. Like Garrett and I are running that, the Chicago program where we have, we had until the whole world shut down, momentarily. Where we have our own veterans coming in for once a week doing new mediums, and we just dove into glass blowing. It's unreal to be able to reach local veterans who've gone through things all the way back far as, like, we had 3 veterans from Vietnam, and 2 people still National Guard, I believe, maybe 1. But it's incredible, to be able to help others see the world as we now see it, are able to process it, as well as our our past experiences, feelings, emotions, and stuff. It's really powerful, and it's great,
Oh yeah, and that's the thing and you're looking at 2 Marines, and on Instagram you're looking at 1 Marine, but we're talking on Facebook and all this stuff. But you're looking at 2 Marines who both served in war, who were non-artists, who come home and just discover art. So there is nothing like it when you could show another veteran that route, because most of us are so guarded and we're just like, I ain't doing art. Like, that's for a very specific type of person. But when you have someone like me or Zach who's like, hey, let me show you what this has done for me, all of a sudden now they're listening and they're going through it, because that peer-to-peer mentorship and that cultural competency that we're attacking. And there's nothing better than showing a veteran something for the first time, like you've probably shown the glass blowing, and it just completely changes their mind, or blows their mind too. And they're just like, this is the coolest thing ever, because we just have to figure out what they're going to fall in love with. So if you can walk them through, kind of like Joseph, when he came in for photography, then he ended up doing a performance piece at the end of it. So it's kind of just making sure that we're not pigeonholing people, saying, hey, this is a ceramics program, so you have to do ceramics. Nobody's ever forced to. It's like, you're in there, you're doing that. You could do the ceramics, but if you wanted to do performance, if you wanted to go to the wood shop and do wood shop stuff, you can do that. And I think that's the important takeaway from where other people may fail, which is just they want to do, like, no, we're painting. Like, this is all we're doing right now. Like, you can't do more than just paint. And it's like, no, you need to let them know that everything can be art and make them fall in love with something.
And it's so cool too, like, that's exactly right. And once you get to the school, if you do go to the School of the Arts in Chicago or another art school or any school, you don't have to be pigeonholed. And just because you did one thing before the military, or you did one thing in the military, does not mean you have to do that thing for the military, or you have to do that thing as a civilian that you did in the military. Like Joseph, you just said, came in for photography, did an amazing performance piece, which I spoke to him about it this morning, no lie.
Yeah.
And then he went on to get his master's in fine art in performance at the School of the Arts in Chicago from that piece. And it's like, for me, I got really big into ceramics, and I still am, and I work at the ceramics department at the school, but I focus more in sculpture and graphic design now, because I feel like it increases my ceramics practice and my art practice as a whole that much more.
Oh yeah, for sure. Because they're artists because they do everything. Typically, it's not just typically one thing. And we had Janet was talking about. You talking about Ton Tavern? She believes it's Cookies Tavern, but she's talking about in Philly. There's a bar that hosts parties for the Marine Corps ball each year or birthday. But yeah, Ton Tavern's where Marine Corps started. We're the only branch to start in a bar, of all places. So that's what. And we just got noticed too.
This is not beer, by the way. This is tea, and it's delightful.
Also, just so you guys know, we're only $79 away from raising $3,000, which is amazing. And I think that's overall from yesterday. I think that's from yesterday too, not from 6 p.m. start. Because if that's the case, then thank you so much. But again, $10 will go a really long way for CreatiVets so that we can win this prize from 6 to 7. And also, Kyle, if you're watching, you might be, if you want to refresh some stuff and tell us how many people we had donate, not a total, but if we've had anybody donate, because I'm about to, oh wait, my phone's right here. I was like, I'm about to pull up my phone and donate $10 to CreatiVets, because it's all about how many people donate in that first hour. So yeah, get on it, please. And John,
so wait, how do they donate again?
So just go to creativevets.org and then there's a donate button on there. And then if you're on Mixer, there's a donate button there. Twitch, donate button there. So there's donate buttons on everything. We have them all redirected going back to the big Payback page. Again, it'll help us a lot. Only branch that refused to recruit Elvis too. Oh, I didn't know that. Did you know that? That Marine Corps is the only branch to refuse to recruit Elvis?
No, I did not.
That's a fun trivia thing.
It is fun.
That's awesome. I want to see if, yeah. So, Instagram Live's kind of cool, but it's Stop Staring, Richard. That was from Gare Bear. From Gare Bear. Oh yeah, and these cool.
In the chat.
Where can I get these cool shirts? Yeah, we're trying to go online with this company, but there's someone that she just will not introduce me to the CEO of this company, and so we don't have our shirts online yet. But false. But yeah, these are pretty amazing shirts. You can just request one, and I'll send you one. Fake news. That's awesome. But yeah, now that we kind of got to the story, so now me and Zach have been in the same kind of, where we didn't know about art, we kind of fell into art, but what's awesome about what you're doing is a lot of the veterans who go through a program, art changes or saves their lives, like they tell us, and then they continue to do it just minimally, but they did it to get them out of the woods. So we have a veteran, Gino, who it changed his life. He never really dove back into it too much, but actually, I've been meaning to call you anyways. So Gino called me the other day and said, hey, have you ever heard of this program called Procreate? I was like, well, actually, I just did, from Zach. And he said, well, I want to donate 10 of those to veterans because after your programs changed my life, I wanted to continue doing art, but I couldn't do it because I traveled with a backpack. He's like, but Procreate allows me to just draw on an iPad. And so he's like, I would love to give that. So he donated $100 2 days ago. And so we're going to give that away to veterans. So if you're a veteran and you want Procreate to start procreating, that's a fun name. You can send us a message on Instagram or at info@creativets.org, and the first 10 veterans who apply for it will get a subscription to Procreate, which is can you describe Procreate? Because you're the one who uses it. He was just telling me a little bit about it.
Yeah, so I'll describe Procreate right now. So Procreate is fantastical, and I use it all the time. It is, let's see here. So I actually just finished my color classes, my final on Procreate actually.
That's awesome.
Can't see that.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Right? Thank you.
Let me see that. And that's all digital? Let's see if we can. Not sure if you guys can see
digital. That. So it's a bummer is that.
That is so cool. Sorry, back.
So, actually, I tried to share my screen,
Chris,
but I'll have to quit Skype. So I can quit Skype quick and call you right back to share the screen, so I can show you my current art, because I do have some Procreate products and pieces, but it's up to you.
So would you have to share?
I just gotta. Yeah, I gotta share screen, so I'd have to quit call with. Oh, wait a minute. We're golden. I can do it right now.
Okay, I was like, if you quit, what happens? Brett just went to get some water. My tech person is gone.
We're good. I can do it.
For you on Instagram too, we're gonna have some music a little bit later. We're gonna have Jesse Taylor, who's an awesome singer-songwriter, musician. He's gonna be going live on our Facebook and everything else at I think we're gonna do 8 p.m. now, 8 to 10. He's gonna be playing some jams, some tasty licks from over here. We may not do it on Instagram just because I won't be here. He's gonna be in my spot, so we'll definitely have it on everything else. Can someone donate and specifically request someone to draw something for them, or perhaps write a song for them? That would be really cool. We've actually talked about that in the song stuff. That would be like part of our possible revenue model to receive more donations would be to where people can write with our writers, but we're not quite there yet. We're still trying to fill it out because a lot of our songwriters, because we use a lot of #1 and pro songwriters, that's in Nashville, that's kind of what do you call that, where it's just taboo, like they don't like to do it, kind of people frown down upon them or something like that, just because it's their craft. But for the nonprofit, they'd still do that. But I think for sure the drawing thing, that's actually a really cool thing too, Zach, is she was asking about someone drawing something for donation. And there could be, oh, actually, our main man, Garrett will be on tomorrow. Garrett has been drawing, he's been doing a ton of awesome prints. So if you follow Manglaze Black on Instagram, he's been doing all of our prints, and when he streams, he gives those prints away too. So I guarantee he would draw something for you for sure, because he's the main man. See, our main man. I like it. But that's awesome. Any of those ideas too, because we're still growing nonprofit. So please, you could Instagram message us anytime if you have more ideas for us. Okay, can you said you could share your screen?
I can share my screen. One
Awesome.
second. Why don't you keep filibustering for about a minute?
1 minute? You want me to dance? Dance for the people?
Dance. You can dance.
We can also see if there's.
Dance if you want to.
I would definitely donate more for commission drawing from a vet. Actually, we do know Sean Augustin, who was in here earlier. He would definitely do some commissions. We had a veteran. It's pretty. His story is crazy, and it's very long. But he ended up going through our art program, changing his life, and now he's had art in a museum in Columbus, and he paints some of the, it's almost like French Impressionism, the way he uses colors and his paint strokes, but he's so good. And so I bet he would do that. And that's actually a really good idea, is for us to maybe do like some co-commissioned pieces with some veterans, to where part of it goes to CreatiVets and part of it goes to the veteran. Actually, that's kind of what you did when you went to Connecticut for that event. That was a, Zach here is a famous artist, pretty much, because his flag went for 15 grand. It was a charity auction, but it's still, that was pretty awesome. Zach does these flags. It's awesome.
Don't say that like it downplays it.
Wait, what's your? How do they? Your Instagram. What's your? Can you say it for the people?
I'll have Garrett Leo type it in the chat, but
Okay.
it's at Zachary Aloysius.
Yeah, that's an Aloysius.
Aloysius.
Yeah, and you can find him. And if you want to see Zach's work too, just Instagram message us, and we'll send it over to you that way as well, because we know Aloysius is probably hard to spell. Delicious Aloysius, as someone said in chat. For you that just joining us on Instagram, we're streaming live on Facebook, Twitch, Mixer, all the platforms that we can. And so we're having a conversation with a Marine veteran who went through our CreatiVets art program, and he's just talking about his experience, and he's about to show some of his artwork, I think. Did you figure it out?
We're about to do it.
Did I need to keep talking?
Figured it.
Cool. I'm
man.
gonna take this so people can see it as
So-
well. Let's see if I can get this. See if I can do this. Maybe. So this is Zach. Say Zach.
Hello.
He said he's ready. I
You want to
swear.
make the screen bigger?
I can make.
For me?
Yeah. I can make your video.
Yeah, make me bigger.
Oh, hold on. Lost you. It actually did the opposite. It made you smaller. Doo-doo-doo. So this, and then for me, I don't know how to do this. Where's Brett at? Hide this. Cool. You're bigger.
Is it sharing screen?
Oh, wait. It's sharing over here. Ah, crap. Hold on. We got more technical issues. Zach is cute. That's what I'm saying. So it's weird. It's sharing on Skype, but it's not sharing on this. Let's see. I'll just make this one bigger. Sweet. Yep. Let me see. Oh, I remember your buddy. Your buddy right there. So I want to make sure. Oh, wait. But if I do this, then other people at home aren't going to see it. So this is really weird because he's sharing his screen.
You gotta log on the Facebook.
Change the NDI source.
Well, Oh, so we actually changed the NDI source. That's what Brett's saying. Shared screen. Okay, cool. We figured it out. Brett's so smart. Maybe. Is it gonna pop up? Boom. Okay.
That was just super big.
Now
It's
you're
way
just
smaller.
ginormous. So let me.
Oh, it's the wrong one.
Oh crap. So much stuff happening. That's what happens when
There
Brett.
we go.
That's what happens when Brett leaves.
Garrett, Leo, and I had this exact same conversation. When all you see on the whole screen is the 3 dots, the red, yellow, and green.
Oh my gosh, why does it do that? Stop it. Stop it. Okay. Yeah. Technical difficulties. Sorry, people. From our big fans.
In and out.
Yep. Oh, this is ginormous.
So the kind of things we can do with this money that's being donated is have a grand opening for our first brick and mortar location up in the Bridgeport Art Facility, run by yours truly and Garrett Leo. And we can reach other veterans
Sweet, we're back.
locally in Chicago and Nashville. There we go. We're on screen.
I can see it.
Yeah. So this is a piece that I made while I was going through the program. This one was called Damage Within, and it was representational of the friends I had lost on one specific deployment. So it's a self-portrait of sorts, and it's large.
It is very
I
large.
saw from that initial picture. Yeah, so I got a really funny picture of it sitting in Richard's passenger seat of his truck, and it's hilarious. But yeah, so when I was building it up, so it's hollow on the inside because it'd be just too much clay to build solid. So it's hollow on the inside, and I would carve out the inside of it. I'm sorry, as I was building it, I would write things that I was thinking about on the inside of it. So it has, people's names, it has locations, it has thoughts, and it's really interesting when it's displayed. You take a flashlight and you shine that flashlight in one of the holes, and you can read what I've written on the inside of it. It turned out to be a really successful piece. I'm really proud of this piece.
Yeah, that was very ambitious for your first ceramics piece.
It's usually how I go. I got to dive right in.
You went all in. Everyone else is making like these little 2-pound pieces, if that, and then he comes and makes this like 100-pound piece. He's just like, let's see what I can do, and then you build the flag and you build a bunch of stuff nonstop. But that's what I love about seeing you work, because that's what I did when I first got to that school. And for one, I was like, clay's free, sweet. But then for two, I was just building as much as I could, because I'm not sure if it was the same for you, but for me, a big part of it was that I just didn't think about war when I was creating. And so the more I had my hands in clay, didn't matter what I was working on, the better I felt.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so here's an image of all 3 sides of it. And I really like this piece. I was really happy with this piece. Next we have the flag that I did. Brothers Unrepairable, I believe is what they titled it. And it is a flag divisible by 24, which is how many people were in my Iraq platoon from back in 2006, the 3rd Recon Battalion, Alpha Company, 1st Platoon. And we lost 6 guys. So those are the 6 puzzle pieces falling from the flag. And yeah, this is a big piece. This was recently displayed at Northern Illinois University. And interestingly enough, shout out my boy Nate Heimland, Nate.actual on Instagram. Hey, Garrett Leo, you want to tag that in the chat so everyone sees his sweet shout out? But he's a Marine that I met in the Marine Corps, as one does. And we were very similar. We met in a leadership course, and he came from an air crew, or air. I'm trying to say the airfield background. He was a UAV type of guy, and we were very competitive. And he ended up getting medically retired as well, just like I did, and became an artist as well. But we only found out that each other were medically retired and artists after we were both medically retired and artists, and we actually did this show together at the Northern Illinois University Museum in the fall. It was really cool. He's a really phenomenal artist.
That's awesome.
Yep. So I got a picture of him and I in front of this flag, and this flag's really big. It's 5 feet wide, about 3 and some change tall. So here, on the inside, do you have the view of the inside of the bust yet? Did it go through already? Have you seen it, Richard?
Yep. I'm seeing it.
Okay, cool. So yeah, so I've got like Lex and Lee, that's the dog handler and dog that we lost. Got Brother Down, and, just a bunch of, some feelings from it,
Oh yeah.
And that's what the inside looks like when you peek in. Next we have is something that I'm working on a lot lately, and that's my flags. So this was for a buddy, one of my best friends who was going through some stuff, and I asked him to send me his uniform. And what I was going to do was I was going to make paper out of it so he could make some art on his old uniforms. And when I got his uniforms, I was cutting up into strips, and then I realized that his uniforms weren't all cotton, and so you couldn't make them into paper. And so I saw them in the strips laying there, and I was like, this kind of like resembles a flag, So I put it together it's a 3 foot by 2.5, 3 foot by 5 foot flag. I forget the dimensions, I'm drawing a blank, but 3 foot by 5 foot, I believe. Anyway, and it was really cool to see what it meant to his family and his kids and stuff when I was able to get the flag to him,
Dude, yeah, I love your flag concept and idea. It's so cool, man.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate that. So here's another one that I was able to do. This is for a Marine out in Guam. It's really cool to see what it means to the individual,
Oh yeah, I mean it's what you found is kind of like that perfect bridge between the conceptual art piece and the commercial art piece, to where you have something that's so unique and so awesome and so much kind of like raw emotion through each one, but it's something that you can kind of mass produce, and you don't find that a lot in the arts.
Yeah, each one of these flags though, mass produced, I understand what you're saying, but each one of these flags takes me about 25 hours to sew by myself, and I usually break at least one sewing machine while I do it.
Yeah. I mean, Marines have to break stuff, so.
They gotta break stuff. So here's one of my newest pieces that I'm very proud of that I just finished this semester actually. So this is a concrete piece, and it's to show the. Do you have it over there on the screen, Richard?
Yep.
You got it?
Yeah.
Okay. So this piece is to show my view of the relationship of society and like individuals in general. Like it's like semi-violent if you don't match up exactly, And it's like this idea of the bow tie and the ski mask don't ever go together, right? Like the ski mask isn't used for skiing anymore unless you're in way northern Minnesota. You know what I mean? And the bow tie is mainly used for, what would think high society type events, right?
Yeah.
Hipster stuff now, and it's all good. I wear bow ties, but they're not usually seen together, right? And so playing with like the violence of the two is a really fun concept for me right now. And so I'm exploring that. There's an image of it. But the way I did this, it was a really cool process that I was able to play with. It's just a foam head that you can buy at any art store, and it's a ski mask with a bow tie. And this bow tie is actually made out of my camouflage uniform. For some reason, that was the bow tie I chose for it. But I plastered the whole thing, and then ripped the foam head out, ripped the ski mask out, filled it with cement, let the cement cure, and then chipped off the plaster. And I actually have a video of that I'll share in a second.
That's cool.
Yeah. So here's one of the things I made with Procreate, just having a good time. You know what I mean?
Looks like Eric Church almost.
Yeah, right? It does, right? Which is so funny because one of my deployments and I could not get enough of that song.
Yeah, see that when it's that close, it looks like Eric Church.
It does. Yep, the Springsteen cover.
Yep.
Yeah, so anyway, if you look at it close, it's one image, but I had to duplicate the eye on the right. If you see, look at the eye on the right side of the screen is exactly the eye on the left. but the eye on the right side of the screen had too much glare. And this is all through Procreate, that iPad application. I was able to completely copy and paste and smooth out all the edges to where it's completely indistinguishable, right? Now, I'm sure now, if I tell you that, you can notice like there's some fuzz on the eyebrow.
Yeah.
That you can tell is on both eyebrows, and it immediately shows as one piece. But it was a really cool, exploration process, if you will. Yeah, and here's that piece. So to make art out of my retirement, there's a Gustav Calabote piece at the Art Institute of Chicago. And I know you know who the artist is because it's one of the biggest pieces in the museum. It's the piece that is Sunday Stroll in Paris, I believe, or Rainy Stroll in Paris, where it's the building's split in the middle and has a couple in the scaffolding.
Yep.
That's the guy, but I stole the palette from a piece that is let me pull it up. It's a really raw piece. So he was an impressionist artist from the 1800s, late 1800s, and he painted meat a lot, like just straight up meat. You know what I mean? So here's the piece that he. Let me see that.
I can see part of it, I think, because your green screen may be taking the other.
Oh, okay. So yeah, it's a calf head hanging with a tongue hanging from an ox. So it's very graphic. And so I took those colors from like my views of being chewed up and spit out by the Marine Corps, and like body disabled. You know what I mean? And I stole that palette, the color palette, and put it on my boot camp picture when I was young, 18, fresh,
full of life,
still working. Naive to the world. And then here's a piece that I made with Garrett Leo, and he was my inspiration.
Never heard of him.
I made this on my iPad.
Is that an up-and-coming artist?
Yeah. I made this piece on my iPad on one of our drawing instructional videos, and that was a lot of fun. That was a good one. That actually inspired a new exploration piece that I'm still exploring, and here's the newest version of that. So it's really dark and mysterious kind of, but it's essentially just myself looking at a reflection of myself. I don't know if you remember this picture. Where was that place we had those cake shakes? Portillo's?
Portillo's, yeah.
Portillo's.
Yeah, for you in Chicago, Portillo's.
So this is actually, that was a picture taken when we all went out there of myself. I think that Sean might have taken it with his photo skills.
Yeah.
And I used it as my professional picture for a long time because it was such a good picture.
You should have taken a photo of the cake shake.
Right? And then I got some more exploration stuff. Here's more of those ski masks that I'm playing around with. So these are ceramic, and these are awaiting fabric bow ties right now.
That's cool.
Yeah. So yeah, just dipping ceramic or dipping bow ties in liquid slip casting. Yeah, liquid ceramic slip, and then glazing them black. And I'm going to attach some fabric bow ties to them to give them the play with materials too,
Yeah.
So I'm very excited about those pieces. Here's a bow tie made out of wax that I'm going to do in bronze later when school starts up again.
Yeah, when you can go back into school.
When I can actually go back into school. So here's that piece again. Yeah, I really like this piece. Look at it here. Isn't that cool detail?
That's so awesome, man.
Yeah, I'm excited with that piece. Garrett and I have a collab planned with this, so that's gonna be a lot of fun.
You don't want to devalue it.
All right, let me stop sharing this screen real quick.
Wow.
I'm gonna share another screen.
Cool. We may have to switch to.
Actually, you know what? I might be able to get this to work by itself. Work.
Shibba-dibba.
Okay, let me see here. I'm gonna switch screens.
What's up, people?
Let's see here.
Thank you, Man Glazed Black, for your pandas.
Thank you. did the switch work?
If it's showing face to face, it's your Eric Church face. It did.
There it is. All right.
Yeah.
So here's the video. One cool thing about Procreate is it automatically records a video of all of your brush strokes.
Oh, that's awesome.
And yeah, so check this out, man. So then you can watch all your workings and see what your texts are blowing up on your screen there, Richard.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it records what you're doing, and then you can watch it and figure out, like what you liked, what you didn't like, and how it evolves.
That's awesome.
I had to make sure my facial hair gets on there, you know what I mean?
Gotta do some plumping.
There it is. Here you go.
Oh, that's cool.
Pretty neat, right?
Yeah.
All right, let me see here. All right, I got another video that I'm going to pop up here for you. So this one has sound. I'm not sure if the sound is going to work, but we're going to try it out. And that's working?
Don't hear anything, but it's not moving either.
Not moving. Cool. Let's see if that works for the sound. You ready?
Yeah. Nothing.
No sound.
Nothing. Great video.
Is there no sound?
No, I don't hear anything. It's not playing or sound.
Oh, it's not even playing?
Nope. Thanks, Mrs. OEF, for the host. The host with the most. Hey,
Yeah, so
guys.
it's me busting out that bust.
Oh, yeah. Hey, real quick, 5 more minutes to donate. So right now, big payback is happening. So from 6 p.m. to 6 p.m. tomorrow. 6 p.m. today to 6 p.m. tomorrow. Oh, yeah. Well, the big payback goes from 6 p.m. today to 6 p.m. tomorrow. But within this hour, 6 p.m. to 7 p.m., if we have the most unique donors from around the country, and it could be a minimum $10, we could win $1,500 to go back towards our programs. If we have the most in 3 hours, we can win another $1,500. I think there is a total of $7,500 on the table in the next 24 hours. So please share with your peeps, and let's have them come in and donate. Also, we have a matching gift, $5,000. So anything you donate, whether it's 10, 20, 50, it's going to be doubled because we haven't met that goal of the 5,000 yet. So, yeah, I want to make sure I said that before. Everyone, text your friends, tell them, $10, that's it. Go on Facebook, share this on Facebook. Did you do it yet?
Oh, yeah.
Donate $10. We'll pay you back. No, just kidding. Sweet. And it's for people on Instagram who are on there and following. We are talking with Zach Burgart, who's a veteran who went through our program and who now helps run some of our programs in Chicago. And so, yeah, sorry to cut you off. I just wanted to make sure that we got the 5-minute warning to make sure that we could try to get as many donations as possible. So let's go back to Zach. Zach Attack. Wait, Zach, you're frozen. Are you still there? I think we lost Zach. Did we lose you, Zach? And he's gone. And you can talk to Brett.
Should we just hang up on him?
Maybe.
Where'd he go?
I think we lost Zach. We could try to recall him.
Hang it up.
Bye, Zach. Maybe this way right here. Wait, is he calling us? Or is that us calling him? Hey, Chris Borgia says, it's Brett.
Yeah, it is me.
That is you.
There's me in
Hey, Chris.
I know he's home. We were just talking.
Yeah, we were just talking to him. He's unavailable. So Zach is unavailable, so that's fine.
Anybody else want Skype?
Yeah, who else wants to Skype? We do have a few veterans that we're going to Skype with in a little bit, but we definitely want to. Yeah, somebody didn't pay internet bill. That's what they're saying. Call me in, Captain. You'll get your time in the spotlight. We're actually going to be playing some video games later. Yeah, Chris blames Brett for everything.
I'm the one working here. Richard's just talking. Oh, calling you now.
Wait, don't call my Instagram video. Why are you calling my...
We're gonna keep calling him.
Tell him to stop. He's trying to call my personal.
There we go.
There it is.
How do I answer? Oh, there
What
it is.
Do
happened?
you see what I see?
Well, we lost you there, buddy.
You lost me. I don't know what happened. I think it must have like been overload. I was trying to donate on my phone.
Oh,
Maybe
yeah.
the 40th donator.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, if you got if there's more to show or less, I mean, we can hop off now. I can start the video, the time documentary, start talking about that if you wanted to hop off, share with your friends the last 2 minutes to donate to try to do this. Or if you got more to share, we can keep talking.
Yeah, I'll hop off and you can share the video.
Awesome.
It's all good.
Awesome. Well, it's so awesome talking to you, man. Thanks for sharing your experience. We're going to talk with a few veterans later about their songwriting experience, which I know you did too, but I'll let them talk about it because you really, the art thing, I'm just super impressed by you, man, especially all the stuff that you're doing now. It's awesome, man.
Thanks, man. I appreciate
We
it.
love you, bro. Bro, name it.
Thanks for letting me be a part of CreatiVets, dude. It's fantastic.
Heck yeah. Thank you.
CVOC.
Is that a gang thing?
Yeah.
Just see it. Awesome. So we can cut out these two things. I gotta tell people what we're doing first. But
Ready to go?
sweet. So now, because I'll be clicking on here, and then when I could hide this still once we start. So for everyone else, thank you so much for watching so far. It's big payback, so we're trying to raise money for CreatiVets. I'm only on Instagram Live for a little bit. We may come back later, but we're about to show the documentary that I was featured in from Time Magazine because it talks about the story of my life going through war into becoming an artist, into the startup of CreatiVets and what CreatiVets does. So we thought this would be a really cool night to show it as we raise money. And then after we show this video, I'll come back so that if anybody has any questions about it, I'd love to talk to them about it. So I'm gonna stop on Instagram. So go over to our Facebook or YouTube, Mixer, or Twitch to join in and start watching some of this documentary. So that's you guys. I'm gonna end it. Bye. Bye. In now. In now. I didn't do it. Okay. Now that Instagram's gone, let's talk crap about him. No, just kidding. So yeah, everyone else out there, if you're going to, should we delete this video? Share to our story. Let's share to our story.
Okay.
I'm gonna share this to our story. So we're back. So it is big payback. We're trying to raise some funds. So right now we're gonna show this documentary, kind of about my life. It's I feel super humbled and just all the feels that Time would decide to choose my story out of all the stories to tell. And so when we do start playing this, what would be really awesome is if you specifically on Facebook, if you would share this as a viewing party with some people, you can let them know that even though we're gonna turn off my camera, that I'm here. So
You could leave it on.
we could be answering questions and we can talk afterwards as well. So without further ado, oh wait, I changed it. We're going to start it up. Maybe.
Why is the mouse back? Oh,
I'll just say, yeah, I did that earlier. Me and you keep switching it back. We're just moving some stuff around.
everybody hear it?
Yeah, let us know in the chat if you could hear this and if it's echoey or whatnot.
necessarily not to climb him like a tree. I said, he's not a tree, he's your uncle.
But now she calls me a rich tree. Yeah, let's do that. Turn it back on. That's it. Everyone you know.
He's my baby. I mean, he's 6'5", whatever, but he's my baby. And he was in harm's way. And it's a hard thing to deal with.
I wonder how we change that. Sorry, people, it's super glitchy right now. We're trying to figure out if we could.
So you're like.
If we could stop that. I don't know if we could stop that from being glitchy from that connection. So you know what we could do is we could not watch this, and you guys can all go watch it, but we can actually Skype in with some more veterans and tell their stories. So let's see who's on the chopping block. I think we had Chris Gaynor, who's actually in this, so I was hoping that we'd be able to show it. Let's go back to the Skype view. Oh, can I get rid of this one? So we have 2 NDI sources right here. So I could delete this one, right?
Yep.
Delete. Yes. Okay, we're gonna get back into this. We're gonna talk to some people. Let's talk to you, Redder. Find Richard Casper on Skype. CreatiVets logo. Awesome. Well, do we have any questions now that we can't watch that video?
I have an idea.
Wait, Brett says he has an idea.
It's going to take a while, so Skype with somebody.
But we're going to try to Skype with someone first. First and foremost. Oh, Chester Nelly sending a GIF. I didn't get to see the GIF though. I didn't have my chat up. Or I don't know if it shows it in my chat. I bet it was a good one. I bet it was great. Great. So we're trying to show the time documentary. It wasn't working. So now we're going to Skype with another veteran. So it's just going to take a minute. So let me just go over some of CreatiVets programs. So CreatiVets has our 2 main programs are our Songwriting Program here in Nashville and our art programs in Chicago, and we've also hosted them at Virginia Commonwealth University. We've hosted them at, my picture is still up. I know, Zach, it's like you're with me. I have to keep this, okay, I could turn it off. I wanted to keep it up there so that we can, it was like you're still here. Yeah, I couldn't quit you. And so, we've offered these programs at the School of the Arts in Chicago, Virginia Commonwealth University, University of Southern California, and what we do is these 2 to 3 week art programs to help veterans tell their stories, stories that they typically wouldn't be able to tell on their own. We try to help them guide through the arts. Put it back. Wait, okay, look at how easy it is. Boom, there you are. Zach donated. Did you donate in time though?
Oh, it's 5 minutes after.
I know, it's 5 minutes after. You better have got it in time. Kyle, too, if you're watching, can you give us, actually, that's what we should have had is like a live update. Kyle, I don't have that screen up. Will you tell us how many individual donors between 6 and 7? And I hope there was a lot because Johnny Bulford was supposed to tell all of his friends to do that. Oh, 659, you got it. Sweet. Oh, 659.99. That was kind of close. I'm surprised they let you know that it was so close to it. Oh, we've received 100 messages today. That's 2. Zach, you're the 100th message. You're just all about this stream. You're on the screen. You're donating just in time. You're the 100th message that we've had today. So 100 messages in an hour. That's what we're going through. So I think Brett may have actually fixed it, but we'll have to load it up after another veteran. Would be, let's see. Back to the, I keep getting distracted. I'm trying to talk, Zach, and then you throw in all these words on the screen to get me all jumbled. But yeah, so we have our art programs in Chicago as our main one. We're gonna have another one in Chicago coming up this summer, which we still plan on having. We know with COVID that there could be some problems with going through with it, but we're gonna act like we're gonna be in a really good place, that we'll be able to actually have this program, because what we would hate is for us to just cancel it now, then for some reason, in 2 months we could have the program and then just be caught with our pants down. We don't want to do that. We want to make sure that we can provide it if we can, so we're going to play to win. But that's coming up later July, and our other programs are songwriting down here in Nashville, where we pair wounded veterans with pro songwriters to help tell their story for the first time. They get a flight in Nashville, work with #1 songwriters or pro songwriters backstage at the Grand Ole Opry. It's a really cool experience for everyone involved, especially the songwriters get a kick out of it, because they've never had these opportunities to talk to veterans one-on-one like they are. And then the veteran gets to finally tell their story in a way that helps capture it, and that they can share it with their family, because songwriters are wordsmiths. They know they could put into words things that we never knew how to, or that we never thought we had words for. So to be able to tell a songwriter a story about a friend who died, and then you come out of it with this 3-minute beautiful song about just that explains everything. There's something so powerful in that, and hopefully in the next month we'll actually be releasing a few of these songs onto Amazon and other places.
It may start.
Oh,
We're not going to stop.
So now we're going to switch back to the video. So we're going to start it. If it's glitchy, we can't stop it. Okay. Let's see if we can hear it.
I used to have to tell Sarah not to climb him like a tree. I said, he's not a tree, he's your uncle.
But now she calls me a rich tree.
Yeah.
You want to do lions?
Yeah, let's be lions. That's it. To everyone you know.
Okay.
He's my baby. I mean, he's 6'5", or whatever, but he's my baby. And he was in harm's way. And it's a hard thing to deal with.
Breaking news story to tell you about. Apparently, a plane has just crashed into the World Trade Center here in New York City. It happened just a few moments ago, apparently.
Right. Oh, my God. Another plane has just hit.
We were all in school thinking that a bully is your biggest fear. And then all of a sudden, we're watching these towers fall and all these people die. And I think we all grew up faster than most people. I was just like, I want to be the first person overseas fighting in this war, and I figured if I joined the Marine Corps infantry, I'd be the first one going over.
He came home and he goes, I'm going to join the Marines. And I'm like, you're 15. He goes, I know, but he goes, so you're lucky I'm not 18 because I go today.
My fellow citizens, at this hour, American and coalition forces are in the early stages of military operations to disarm Iraq, to free its people, and to defend the world from grave danger.
So I signed up for the Marine Corps in 2003. I got selected as a special tester, and a lot of this was like psychological tests, all these different things, and every time we went back to one of these, there's fewer and fewer people. We finished with about 20 people, and that's actually when they told us, you're gonna go to Camp David and guard the President of the United States. And just the thought of me being in charge of the life of the President of the United States, coming from a town of 1,100 people, To me, that was a crazy idea that this would even happen. But my heart was telling me to go to war. So I told them that I would love to go to the first unit deploying overseas. Oh, there's me. Oh, I'm right next to Maeve. Hey, see my reflection. Oh yeah, there's Jepsen and all his big gun. It is cool. Luke Jepsen was my gunner while I was in Iraq. And we kind of had this big brother, little brother thing going because I was in charge of him, but he was older than all the other guys.
This is Iraq. I hate it. And I'm going to be coming back. Hoorah. Corporal Casper is inside searching the house. You can see his head right there. He's the one that's way taller than everybody else within 30 miles. Looks like he wants me to turn it off, but I think he just doesn't want to show off his big muscles or his pretty face. So we're gonna keep filming him.
You can cut it then. You cutting it?
No.
You have to.
There it is.
We came up on this bomb right in the middle of the road, so ultimately we knew it was fake. What I didn't know was we were at the ambush stages.
Yeah, that's 90. But I'm really bad at sniper, so I'm gonna get back in. Here's me getting in.
His feet are right next to me in the truck because he's sticking out of the gun. I made him get in the truck. All of a sudden, his feet scoot back up. And then I noticed there's cars coming, and he starts waving again, and I said, Gibson, you want to end up on my arm, don't you? And he's like, it'd be an honor to be on your arm, Corporal Casper. Not even 10 or 15 minutes after that, he was shot and killed. So needless to say, I ended up putting him on my arm, but we didn't know where the shot came from, so we never actually got the sniper. I never really saw the enemy out there, and I was just getting hit left and right.
He was really depressed for a while. I mean, he was really bad. He was always so happy, and everyone in town knew him, loved him, always holler at him, smile when they seen him. That's just his personality, just what everyone did. So when he got dark like that, it was pretty upsetting. He's changed a lot. I mean, he's still funny or tries to be funny and stuff like that, but you can tell that something's missing.
Nobody else around you can relate. I was going to college with these 18 and 19-year-old kids who had no life experience. And I'm 22, but I already have a brain injury. I've lost my best friend. I went to war. I was in a relationship at the time that ended up ultimately failing because I was a different person when I came home. I didn't want them to know that I was hit by these unseen people all the time, so now I'm afraid that someone's gonna blow us up here. The VA hospital diagnosed me with PTSD, left mild traumatic brain injury, tinnitus, back problem, it was a degenerative disc disease, and migraines. First class I signed up for at Heartland Community College was business. I forgot what the assignments were. I forgot how to log on to the system to look at the assignments, and I ended up failing that class.
There he is. Yo! What's up? How you doing? I'm doing good. Man, it's good to see you. Good to see you.
The memories.
Yeah. Those were good days.
Yeah, I remember I was here because I didn't like other people to see my work sometimes. Because I had my little easel here, and I was coloring in that photo of Luke. I need to send you that photo. I forgot. I'm gonna watch it. I still had this urge to tell my story, but I still didn't know how to verbally speak it. You're like, hey, instead of doing, the grass green, how about you do it a color that doesn't make sense? But it makes sense to the way you felt. So I just went with it, and I did everything just red. Immediately, from all over the room, it was like, you put red in there because you saw him die. You had red in there because you were so passionate about him, or red because you were so angry that he died. And all these made sense to me. I almost felt like I found a way to talk about it without talking about it. I dove in to art because I felt like it was healing me at that moment. I wanted to explain to you what losing that innocence from war feels like. I want you to know what it feels like to be blown up. At first, I needed a voice. When I got to having that voice through art, then I needed a purpose for that voice.
Chris.
Hey, how's it going? Good. I do these calls like the night before, but I would love to hear kind of what you have to say, because most likely I dealt with the same thing, or I'm still going through it. So yeah, I'm super stoked, and I wouldn't be flying nowhere and not knowing. It's like, all right, there's a marina on the other side. I'll be okay.
Yeah. I knew Chris was a country music fan because on his application when he filled it out, he talked about it. And I was like, what I want to do is I want to be able to set you up with some of these songwriters that have written some of your favorite songs. And I would love to fly you out to Nashville and help you experience telling your own story with these guys. There's Delta, there's that. Yeah, American's way down there. He's just all super sick. What up, brother?
Oh, man.
You made it.
All right, we ready for some adventure?
I've never met this guy before. I've just talked to him on the phone.
Do that up in here.
And I just scanned his arm because he has tattoos all over his arm, and the scripture pops out. It's John 15:13.
John
15:13. Look at, boom. And then I'm like, dude, I was like, I have the same tattoo.
You have got to be kidding me.
Dude, that's crazy. John 15:13 means no greater love has a man than to lay down his life for a friend. This is awesome. This little gate too. What? There's Brandon. Brandon and Jacob.
How you doing, man?
Brandon Kenny.
I'm Chris.
Good to meet you, Chris.
Good to meet you.
Thanks for your service, man.
Oh, thank you.
I really appreciate it. Look forward to this.
Yeah, I'm stoked.
I joined the Navy 18 days after I graduated high school. First deployment was on the Kuwait-Iraq border. So I would take patients into the ER. You found out how many patients were inbound, what their status was. So we got a call, all Ridgeway standby for traffic. We had a Marine come in. His survival rate is probably about 40%. And so we consciously had to make the decision that, that we're gonna let him go. And because we didn't strip him down before he came in, I had his dog tags in my hands when they said, we're gonna let him go. So I got out, I came back home, I knew I had problems because I wanted to kill myself. I got his name tattooed on my wrist, so I might as well get it tattooed. This is something that's gonna be with me for life. And when I was at Doug's grave, I remember breaking down crying, and and then within like 10 seconds, just something, it felt like something was just grabbing me, and I just started laughing. And I think that's when I talked to Paul, Doug's brother, and he was like, my brother wouldn't want you to be crying over his past. Like, if anything, he would grab a Corona and he would sit down and he would just be like, and I guess, I mean, that's what I deal with. Why did he pass? He had a wife who was a Marine. My wife left me. She thought the PTSD would never get better. Why do I get to survive? Why do I, why is that? So yeah, that's my story.
Yeah. Thank you for sharing that, man.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
I can't even imagine. I can't either.
I had this need to tell a story about Luke. I wrote the song in the perspective of him telling me not to kill myself. Because anytime I'm feeling down, I listen to that and I'm like, you know what, you're right. It's almost like he's telling me now. I put the words in his mouth, but he's telling me.
To drop this weight off my shoulders over a couple Coronas,
That's cool. What if you did like all Ridgeways, I'm inbound? For us, it was always all Ridgeways, stand by for traffic.
Oh, yeah.
So if it was him saying all Ridgeways, I'm inbound.
Yeah. And like from that moment?
From that perspective of him being inbound. And then it's almost like when we have Coronas, then you'll know.
All Ridgeways, I'm inbound. These four wheels are coming fast. Like, so set the table, you do all this. Maybe you do a different melody type thing. All Ridgeways, I'm inbound. These four wheels, I don't know, down around. Mm-hmm. So set the table, down there.
Yeah.
All Ridgeways, I'm inbound. Maybe you bookend it like that. Mm-hmm.
That's...
I'll keep the Coronas cold. Yeah, that's better, more manly or something, I don't know.
I don't think you have to rush Coronas. Just remember that. You don't have to say Coronas cold.
I'll keep the Coronas cold.
Yeah. Keep the mimosas cold.
You get a special treat here tonight. Please give a warm welcome to Mr. Jacob Powell.
As a songwriter, you're always looking for something that's real to write, and it doesn't get any realer than writing with a veteran. All Ridgeways, I'm inbound. These four wheels are hardly touching the ground. So open the gate, set the table, say a prayer if you're able to, and we'll fight this thing right down to my last breath. So do what you can, but if the man upstairs is calling me, you make the call to my brother Paul.
biggest mix of emotions hearing the songwriters talking about the darkest time that I don't talk about.
I didn't know you.
You're so happy that finally this negative experience may have some positive, but at the same time you're crying, but you're smiling. It's just overwhelming.
Yeah, I'll keep the coronas cool. Chris, thank you, man. Richard, thank y'all. Thank y'all for having me. I
Let's
appreciate
give it up for Jacob and Mr. Chris. Thank you, Chris. Thank you for your service.
Absolutely. Yeah.
I can't believe you did that.
Thank you. Thank you, dude. Happy with your stuff. Cool.
Thank you so much.
The vulnerability of telling your story is what helps you get you over that hump, because you don't have to like keep this all in. You could put it into a song or put it into a piece of art. You don't feel weak. You feel like you accomplished something, you created something, and you're willing to put it out there in public so that people could react to that. Chris Governor, he was the last veteran to come through our songwriting program. George W. Bush started painting veterans who were injured in war. It just kind of pulled at my heartstrings because it was an actual conceptual piece of art dealing with something that he was going through, to kind of highlight them being injured in a war that he was the president of.
So you probably don't know, but most of Camp David is staffed by United States Marines. Richard Casper was serving there. After his tour at Camp David, he volunteered to go to Iraq. He suffered 4 IED injuries and came back with TBI, traumatic brain injury. He overcame the stigma of being a tough guy Marine, and he took up art. He went to the Chicago Art Institute, which, for those of you who aren't artists, is really good. And he has started a program called CreatiVets to help provide art therapy to the vets. And so, Richard, we're thrilled you're here with your fiancée, Ashley. Thank you for coming. You might stand up so people can look at you. Richard, how are you, big guy?
Great.
Good to see you again.
Yep, you too.
Yeah, how you doing?
I'm doing great.
I hope so.
Great. Everything led me back here, so it's been awesome.
Camp David was wonderful. It's one of the great treats to be president, mainly because people such as yourself made it so comfortable for me and my family.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, mighty Marine Corps.
Yeah.
I noticed you got a little Marine art on your arm.
Well, I got this.
Attaboy.
No greater love has a man lay down his life for a friend.
That's what I'm talking about.
And then this was Luke Yepson. He was actually from Kingwood, Texas.
Yeah.
And he was shot and killed beside me in Iraq. And he's the reason I kind of started everything I did, is because I needed to express what I went through. I have a piece of art here, which is one of my very first.
Look at it. That's strong.
It's just a chalk pastel, so you'll still get some on here.
Yeah.
It was still at the time where I was almost like wanted to end my life. I didn't know what was wrong with me. I couldn't deal with my brain injury, my PTSD, anything like that.
We've dropped the D.
Oh yeah, PTS.
Yeah, you know why?
It's not a disorder.
Yeah, it's not a disorder.
Yeah.
It's an injury that can be healed,
Yep.
and you're living proof.
Exactly, yeah.
Guys such as yourself got a PhD in life. You might have gone to the Art Institute, and that's good, but you got a PhD in life. Personal responsibility, discipline, worrying about somebody else, and you're going to be one of the really important assets to the future of this country.
Well, thank you.
And that's why it's important.
Knowing you as a person, I feel like a sense of, not survival guilt in a way, but just like I want these guys to live and...
I poured my soul into the thing because I admire our vets so much, you know, I really do. It's a remarkable group of citizens. And to the extent that we can help, we need to in society. So, like you, I'm going to spend the rest of my life helping our vets.
That's awesome. Thank you so much.
I'm glad you're here.
Walking through the garden where all of my pieces are it's a little bit surreal. With my brain injury, sometimes I forget I created pieces or I forget why I created pieces, and I get to walk through there and kind of discover them. We all wore the same helmet, but we all react to it differently when we come home. So in my work, I have a lot of helmets. This is one thing we struggled with. We were next to you, but we didn't want you to know what we're going through. I wanted them to go on their own little deployment for the winter time. And so now I have this jungle of my pieces out there surviving, just like I'm trying to survive. Can someone tell me what happened? Hold on, real quick. We had a... Where is...
Well, you're not going to be able to... It's going to start from the beginning now.
Oh.
So you're pretty much...
Wait, what happened? So, spoiler alert. Okay. Well, that wasn't... That's so weird.
How long has that been off?
It just went off, like they went through... Oh, Daniel, thank you. Thank you. We had some technical difficulties there.
Yeah, you gotta get the right around that.
I know, Brett. Sorry, we've had so many technical difficulties. We're gonna play one of our music videos real quick, or not music videos, but a little video to transition. And then I'm gonna do a few Skype calls with some veterans. But sorry that ended so abruptly, but we're gonna have Chris on, who was in that documentary, here in a second. But yeah, you can watch it on YouTube. You can go to CreatiVets.org, find it there. But we'll be back very shortly. CreatiVets started back in 2013, but I think it really started back in 2008 when I came home from Iraq.
I was actually referred by a friend. He just saw that I was very artistic and stuff like that. You know, when I got injured and stuff, I was on like a, went really depressed for a while and stuff there. And a friend just saw that I was in like a depressed state, and he said, "Have you heard about CreatiVets? They have an art program."
The veterans come They tell their story to the songwriters then write their song and write a story for them to bring to the people that they maybe couldn't share that story with.
I'm 6'10", 300 pounds, so my dad's always called me the oak. And that's kind of like where the song's going, is like, you know, I felt like an oak in Iraq and Afghanistan and everything, but when I got injured and into a chair, it's like I felt like, you know, my tree had fallen. I served my country, I served my fellow man. I'm just letting people know that even though I'm in a chair and you know, not walking around tall and chest all out and everything, I could still serve a purpose.
I've always been very thankful of the military and what they do, but it has put a lot of things in perspective, and it has allowed me to realize that their job is so much harder than you actually think it is.
So the Songwriting Program has been super successful, and it's been one of the most sought after programs, because veterans know that their flights are paid for, their food's paid for, their hotel's paid for, and they get to just spend time with another combat veteran, and they're writing a song. This is all about teaching them how to remap the negative impact, like the negative thought, into a positive. So totally transferring that into something good. So that's what happens through the Songwriting Program.
It is so awesome what Richard has done and what he's created with CreatiVets to like change people's lives.
This is something that's really brought me out of my shell, and I hope the same for everyone else.
The other program is our art program, and we offer that now at the University of Southern California and the School of the Art Institute of Chicago. And we enroll veterans, we pay for their flights, their food, their housing to the school, and then we also pay for their tuition. So we teach them how to do art, like as a curriculum.
You have the music, you have ceramics, you have graphic design. There's so many forms of art out there that a lot of these disabled veterans can connect to that.
Without this experience, for a lot of vets, they would be in a really lonely place, you know, and he's bringing them to Nashville and giving them this experience that is just almost like eye-opening.
We had a girl on Facebook who wrote back to us saying, "You might not remember me," which we remember everybody. And she said, "But the day that you called me and told me that I was accepted to the Songwriting Program," I get emotional. I was writing my suicide letter. It's a huge need, and it's a way to get veterans who don't want help.
The underlying message of the whole thing is it's good to get it out. It's good to talk about it, because if you bottle it up, that's when it starts to eat at you. It starts to become like a virus, and it ruins people's lives.
We have so many partners who are ready, like other schools who want our programs, and we have so many veterans on the waiting list, and now we have some staff that can help. Problem is just the funding. That's our major issue right now. And to any veteran out there, just know that your story is important, and it's not only going to save you, it's going to save other veterans, because they're going to hear it and know they're not alone out there. Yo.
20 minutes?
20 minutes. So I'm about to pull in our buddy. Boom. Wait, did that work? So active speaker.
Yeah, okay.
It says right there, right? Okay. Ocker. Then why is he not showing up, Brett? Brett, why is he not showing up?
Scene and back on the scene.
Off the scene, on the scene. Sorry, we're trying to pull in Chris. We have Chris over here. What was that?
Here you go. Let me run it.
But I'm gonna let Brett run it. He does so much better than me. So we have Chris, but they don't see you yet, Chris. So don't say anything. Just kidding. You can say so. We're trying to pull you in through the NDI source now that we have you up. Oh yeah, because I think it was just glitching out. There we go, Chris, right there. Boom. And it didn't. Yeah, there you are.
Oh, he's way at the bottom.
You're way at the bottom. There he is. There's the star of the show. Oh, so pretty.
He was just on the Time documentary.
I know. So we just played the Time documentary, and then it crashed. So that wasn't cool. But we did get past your portion. Oh, hold on. Brett's got to fix something else. Oh, nope. It's all good. Yeah, there's been a lot of technical errors. This is legitimately like running a TV show. We have like the OBS system. We have all these different scenes for like the Time documentary, for different like video stuff. And so it's been pretty crazy. But Chris, thank you so much. We have also, someone just in our chat said, "Hey, that guy's famous," because you're on the Time documentary a second ago. So we have a bunch of people who are viewing in and chatting on our Facebook, Instagram, and all that fun stuff. And today's big payback, we're raising a bunch of money for CreatiVets for the next 24 hours streaming, and we thought we'd kick it off by talking to some cool veterans who've done some cool experiences with us. So yeah, Chris, introduce yourself.
Hey, how's it going? So I'm Chris Gaynor. I got to do the songwriting session about 2 years ago now. It's been an awesome experience. I got my guitar from my songwriting session with Jacob Powell and Brandon McKinney. And Richard's signature as well. I mean, that's meant a lot to me, so I got that there. I live out in Salt Lake City. I work on my MBA and CFO for a nonprofit. Really, my life has changed a bit from me doing songwriting session and that time capsule of each day of my life, which is now public for everyone to hear and know about.
It's kind of got muffled. Are you blocking because I know you're on your.
I'm on my iPad, so I'm sorry about that.
Yeah, make sure you don't block any of the the little speaker places. It went into like a tunnel almost, but we still kind of heard what you were saying.
Okay, yeah, sorry about that. Hey.
No worries, man.
I got a team meeting on Zoom going, and now I'm on my iPad with Skype, so it's awesome.
I know. Why are you guys meeting so late?
Hey, it's what we do when you have to work full time during the day. You only have time in the evening and class on Friday, so make it work. And it's awesome. My mom just drove down from Washington State to surprise my wife for her birthday tomorrow. So my mom literally walked in the house like 5-10 minutes ago, and I gave her a hug and said, "Great, I'll talk to you later. I gotta go talk to Richard."
That's awesome. You prioritizing me over your mom. That's so sweet. No, just kidding.
Yeah.
Well, that's awesome, man. And then the chat just said that we need to give Brett a shout out for all his technical abilities. So Brett's here too, but he's been fixing every problem that we've had. But then we have another problem, and he's still here fixing it, which is awesome. So thank you, Brett.
Oh, you're so welcome.
You're the man. He's the jack of all trades. But yeah, so most everyone that has been viewing, I think, was in here for the documentary portion, and we did get past your part, and it was going into like me going through the garden and everything. But I just want to talk a little bit about your experience right before and then right after, like, because I still remember you texting me like a month later and just being like, "Hey, I don't feel bad about this situation." It was, I forget how you said it, but you were just like, you're like, "It's weird that I don't feel sad about this thought that I had, and it just kind of feels normal." And you're like, "Is that normal?" or something like that. And I just was like, "Yes, this is normal." I was like, "It's what rewiring your brain right now."
Yeah, so it was one of those where finally I could think about that experience, and it was something that it put a smile on my face. And being able to, just kind of process it in a new manner and realize that, hey, it's okay to not dwell on that situation every day or just when I didn't want to. It really was like a time capsule to be able to say, hey, I can go back to that memory, and there's the memory, there's everything about it, and I can choose when I want to think about it. It wasn't something that was constantly nagging at me. And again, it was a positive experience that, it was. I wrote my song about losing a guy, and I ended up meeting that guy's brother in person for the first time within a few months after writing the song, and I mean, it's completely changed my life. It's good to finally smile about something that was horrible. So yeah, it was a great processing feel.
Dude, that's so awesome. You put that, and I forgot, that's how you put it in perspective to even me, which I always talked about, like it empowers us to tell our story when we want to, but what you just said is what you told me a while ago too, is that it was so cool that you can just put it on a shelf, and then now it's almost like you have it trapped inside of you, and you never really want to dwell on it to the point to where it hits you, we break down, but now we don't have to worry about that because you just took it and you put it on the shelf, and now you choose when you when you want to go attack that again. So that's so awesome, man.
Yeah, and that really is the big thing about it. And I mean, it even helps with being able to connect with people. I just started a new job 3 months ago. And one of my coworkers used to be in the music industry dealing with music licenses, and I was just like, hey, check this song out. And it was a way for us to connect. I mean, here's a civilian who has never dealt with military before, and it's going like, who are you? What's your story? Like, what in the world is going on? And now it's like, hey, if you really want to know about me, like, here's this song. And then we were able to connect about music. And, they were sharing about what it was to, give birth to a son who had Down syndrome, and how a song helped them through that process. And so it's like we both kind of could talk about our scabs and about how music really brings us together to talk about trauma. And hey, we deal with it in different ways. So it's been a great experience just to even connect with civilian counterparts as well.
That's so cool. We had a question from Dan just asking who the first person you shared your song with, and how did you share it with them? So like right when you ended the session, and this is like work tape and everything, not just like full-on song.
Yeah, so the first person I shared it with was my wife. Be able to come to the States, and with my wife being South African, she wasn't aware of like the different resources that were available for veterans in the U.S. And she also hadn't dealt with American veterans before and know what not to ask. And so it made for a great experience to be able to share this song with her and be able to say, hey, the nights, it finally made more sense when we were in South Africa dealing with the fireworks going off and having to deal with things. And I was able to go, hey, remember when we had the fireworks? Here's the song that's associated with my trauma. And she got to finally understand a little bit more about me. With my wife, my dad still hasn't heard the story. My dad still doesn't understand, but my wife finally was able to probe a little bit more and go, hey, what does this lyric mean? He said it meant something. Well, what does this one mean? And it's going, all right, yeah, you can go ahead and see my wounds and expose myself to someone that I love and trust. It was great.
Yeah, and did you find it easier, because this is something we talk about all the time, do you find it easier when she could point to a lyric, rather than you say, hey, this is what's happened to me on one-on-one, when she points at a lyric and says, what does this lyric mean, you're able to like focus on that. Is that so much easier to talk about when you have those lyrics like that?
Oh yeah, I mean, the first line of my song is All Ridgeways Stand By. That was what our call sign was over the radio.
Yeah.
It was all Ridgeways Stand By for traffic. We have 2 patients inbound, 1, and that's where we got to share. She's like, what does that mean? What does all Ridgeways mean? What, it's like, yeah, this is American military. It's like, this is what it is when radio traffic came in, that we had patients inbound. It was awesome. I mean, it really helped us connect and be able to have that common language that, we've only been married for 4 years, and there's only 2 at that time. So yeah, it really helped out a lot.
That's awesome. Well,
we did a couple of years of marriage counseling.
We're going to play, because in the documentary, we weren't really able to hear the full song. And so we're going to play the song right now so everyone could hear the full thing. And then it'd be cool if anybody had any questions about it after that. But hold on, Brett is doing his magic behind the scenes to pull it up. He's doing his thing. Because I think it's so important to hear that, like, you hear the story and then you hear the song, and it's so much better. And if you want, actually, right before we click this, did you want to tell the backstory of the song in like just between a minute?
Yeah, so the main course of the song, Keep the Coronas Cold, I lost my guy, Staff Sergeant Richardson, on my OR table, and I went to his graveside in Texas, and I sat down and I started crying for maybe 5-10 seconds, and then I felt like something just hit me, and I couldn't help but start laughing. And 4 or 5 years later, I finally called Staff Sergeant Richardson's brother and said, hey, I've been to the grave, I've done this, and I just started laughing. And he goes, oh yeah, that was my brother. Well, what are you talking about? He's like, my brother was the type, he was the big brother that would beat the crap out of you, and then he'd grab a 6-pack of beer, sit down next to you and say, hey, this is what you did wrong, this is how you do it better. And he goes, yeah, he's a huge Corona drinker. And he goes, that was my brother that said, no, you don't get to cry over my death. You don't get to end your life when he didn't get to. So that's why within the song and the chorus of Keep the Coronas Cold, it's, hey, Staff Sergeant Richardson's up in heaven, or guarding the gates of heaven, and he's keeping the Corona cold for us. And we're going to be able to talk about it one day, and because I've never heard Staff Sergeant Richardson's voice. It was all through his brother, and it was great when I got to share this song with Staff Sergeant Richardson's brother, and says, he goes, yeah, that's my brother. That's my brother's voice coming through in that song, and yeah, it's really cool, and it's probably gonna make me cry. But
Yeah, well, we're gonna play it now so people can hear it.
Shout out Jacob Powell.
And Jacob Powell and Brandon Kinney. Thank you guys.
Let's see if this works.
All ridgeways I'm inbound. These four wheels are hardly touching the ground. So open the gate, set the table, say a prayer if you're able to, and we'll fight this thing right down to my last breath. Well, do what you can, but if the man upstairs is calling me, make the call to my brother Paul. He'll need some company. And don't let my choices be the voices that you hear when you're alone. Live your life, quit asking why, and just grow old. And I'll keep the coronas cold. I didn't know you, you didn't know me. I guess sometimes hard times are meant to be. Don't let yourself get to the point of no turning back. It's never your call to end it all. Remember that. You've done what you can, but son, the man upstairs is calling me. So make the call to my brother Paul. He'll need some company. And don't let my choices be the voices that you hear when you're alone. Live your life, quit asking why, and just grow old. And I'll keep the coronas cold. Looking down makes me proud to see my name there on your wrist. But the past is past, get off your ass, go do the things I'm gonna miss. Yeah. Don't let my choices be the voices that you hear when you're alone. Live your life, quit asking why, and just grow old. And I'll keep the coronas cold. Yeah, I'll keep the coronas cold.
How cool is that?
yeah,
We got a lot of love in the chat. People are just like, love this sound, amazing, love this song, Chris. That's the coolest thing about this. You took a story of a guy who passed away, and just it's not a song that just says, hey, my friend died, or hey, this person died. You were able to wrap his whole being, like what he is as a person, into a song that reflected on how you felt, how he felt, how his family felt about him. And it's just absolutely amazing what these songwriters can do. It's beautiful, man.
And I think what the best part is when I talked to Staff Sergeant Richardson's brother, I said, Paul, like, I don't know why it's me. I don't know why I get this opportunity. He said, you know what? My brother's memory gets to live on because of you. Like, every single one of the people that are listening to it now, they get to hear about Staff Sergeant Richardson, which they wouldn't have.
Yeah.
And that's the other part, is it's a positive of other people get to know about this guy who died in Iraq for us that they wouldn't even know about. And I think that also helps with the survivor guilt of going like, why did I get to survive?
Yeah.
And going, it's to let his memory move on, to live on, but also, you know, it is. I don't get to choose when I am in my life. You know, Doug didn't get to choose when he died, and we as veterans, we as people, you know, we have to bounce back. We have to be resilient. We don't get to choose to give up when other people didn't have a choice. And I think that's the greatest part about it is it's not about me, it's about his memory to live on in a positive manner for once.
Dude, that's so cool, man. I'm so glad that you were able to come out and write that song, because I know how much it's helped you and his family and yours and everything. But we're gonna cut this time so that we're gonna bring out another veteran too, just to share his story real quick. But man, thank you so much for what you have done and what you're doing now, even helping another nonprofit and always giving your time and resources back to help mentor our veterans. We'll keep on inviting you out because you do such a good job at that, man.
Yeah, and I mean, like I said, we got the tattoos. Hey, what's up?
Get on my shot. Get on my shot, Brett. Boom. John 15:13.
It was so random, but yeah, no, absolutely love you guys, and anything you need, always let me know. And if any vet ever needs help, you know, hey, we're just one call away.
Heck yeah, man. Thanks. And you keep those Coronas cold, okay?
Will do. Even during the coronavirus, I was.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh.
Yeah. Hey, keep doing what you're doing, and yeah, I'm glad people are getting to hear what your guys' messages and other songs as well.
Thanks, man. You the man.
All right. Cheers.
Man, that was awesome. Dan says your twin was just popped into the frame. So Dan, other Dan that's in the chat, did you find us on Skype yet? I need to text you. We're gonna keep Chris's face up there until we get you.
He looks so happy.
Did you find our Skype? Search Bridger. There is sorry, we're just trying to get the other veteran in. We'll have one more veteran come in, tell a little bit of his story. We're gonna play his song, and then we're gonna have some live music after that. And then after that, we're actually gonna do some gaming on Twitch for a few hours with Dauntless Badger, who is super famous Instagram Battlefield gamer dude. He's awesome. And so we're just gonna keep it going all night, because for the next 24 hours, we're raising money for the big Payback. It's really awesome what they do here in Nashville. They kind of gamified donations, and so if we get the most donations in a certain amount of period, we can actually win some money from them. And so, oh, hold on, let me pull him in. He just chatted. Oh, Colin, it's my jam. It's my jammy jam.
Richard.
Hey, Dan, how you doing?
Good, how are you doing?
Doing great. Do you have video or no?
Oh,
there he is. Sweet. Hold on. Now you need to. Wait, hold on, Brett. I could do it myself this time. Maybe, because it doesn't have his name. I'm guessing that's him. Active speaker.
Here you go.
Oh, there he is. Look at that. Repping the shirts. Got the family with you.
What's up, Dan?
Hey, everybody.
Oh, he's got the whole family.
Oh, that's awesome. Look at that beautiful family. Oh my gosh, the dog.
You want a treat?
Oh my, that dog is awesome. How is life? How are you doing?
We're all getting through this coronavirus things. My daughter is up to like 23 scratches on her body from various falls.
Man, I hope have you guys, and I'm pretty sure you haven't you been watching some of our streams, like the art streams and the other stuff that we've been doing?
Yep, definitely.
Yeah, a lot of that is to hopefully actually take some time off your hands so that we can kind of entertain and teach arts and music to your family too, because it's super important, as you know, especially with COVID, that you don't want to feel so isolated. So this kind of conversation that you could do through streaming has been super impactful.
Yeah, Chase is particularly hating he loves school, so it's been really hard on him.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
He's been being creative and whatnot. Hayden's always an artist, so she likes to
That's awesome. So we want to talk just a second, if you saw the last conversation we had, just a little bit about your experience writing with CreatiVets and kind of like that story that you told.
Yeah, for me, my song is a lot about my family and the struggle that I've had since I've been home. And I feel pretty broken, but my kids, when I'm around them, I don't feel so broken. So that's the story that I wanted to tell. And I was lucky enough to have you and Dan and Jesse in the room, and it was just an amazing experience. And my kids love the song. I know Dan asked the question, who did Chris play a song for first? As soon as I got home from Tennessee, I picked my kids up and came home and told them, this is why I missed a weekend with you, and they loved it, and they still love it today.
That's awesome.
Their friends they're like, hey, can you put the song on? Can you put the song on?
That's so cool. So you guys like the song?
Yeah.
So did it help you? Did it help explain a little bit about your dad?
Yeah.
That's so cool. That's what we're trying to do. We're trying to make it into a way that would help him have conversations with you guys, and that you guys can enjoy, and that he can enjoy. And we actually have a little surprise, because we're not going to play your song via the MP3. We have Jesse here. So Jesse's actually here with us. Get over here, Jesse. Oh,
nice. I got a
Look
sweet
at
chair and
this.
everything. What's up?
That's awesome. Good. I've been watching you on your quarantines, man.
Hey, this is the real quarantines right here, son.
Right on.
Yeah.
Put on that.
So before, I don't know if we can. Oh yeah, just put it up like that. Yeah, before we go into, Jesse's actually going to entertain us for for a few hours too after this. But that's why I want to keep you on for the last veteran to come and tell your story, because I thought it'd be super cool if he was just playing your song live. And you too, Jesse, on your end, as being a songwriter in the room, the experience to write with him as he explains his children. Now his children are here too, which is really awesome.
Yeah, so I'm a little nervous. I didn't know I was going to get to meet the kiddos. I didn't know I was going to be. Y'all are like superstars in my eyes. I've been knowing about y'all for a while now. I've been keeping up with y'all on Facebook and everything.
Cool.
She's like, who's this weird bearded guy keeping up with us on Facebook? Dan, thank you for letting me be a part of it. For real, man. That was, it's an unbelievable experience for me every single time I go into a writer's room with a veteran. And I just feel honored that you let me into that part of your life and let me do my weird handiwork with the guitar and see what happens with it. The song that we wrote is one of my favorites. It's a very, very special song. That chorus, man, I mean, every lyric in that song is great. That chorus, right? Dude, it's seriously like one of the most moving ones I've ever written. So, thank you again for letting me be a part of your story, and I hope you enjoy the way I tell it for the rest of my life. So.
Richard, could I just say, being in the room with Jesse and Dan and you, obviously, like being there was like a safety net, but the writers, I told the story, and a couple hours later we came out with this song, and it was amazing. These guys are so creative, and they really, gave me something that, it's our song right here. So I just want to say thank you again.
Thank you, man. That's awesome.
All right, I'm gonna see what I can do with it here. Well, I know I'm your daddy, and I'll always be, even though sometimes it seems like you have to daddy me. Like, Daddy, are you okay? Are you alright? And did you have another dream last night? Well, I wish you could have seen me when I felt like Superman, even though I lost that piece of me out in the desert sand. Now the sky ain't always blue, I ain't gonna lie to you. You know I'm broken, but I'm in the fight. Yes, I'm broken, but I'll be alright. I'm so broken, but here's the truth. I feel unbroken when I'm with you, when I'm with you. There's a lot of pain behind the scar on my right knee, but the ones that hurt the most are the scars that you can't see. I try to cover it up, act tough, and keep it all locked up inside. You know I'm broken, but I'm in the fight. Yes, I'm broken, but I'll be alright. I'm so broken, but here's the truth. I feel unbroken when I'm with you, when I'm with you. When I'm with you. The way you love, the way you laugh, the way you smile, it brings me back. You know I'm broken, but I'm in the fight. Yes, I'm broken, but I'll be alright. I'm so broken, but here's the truth. I feel unbroken when I'm with you. Yes, I'm broken, but I'm in the fight. You know I'm broken, but I'll be alright. I'm so broken, but here's the truth. I feel unbroken when I'm with you, when I'm with you. When I'm with you.
Yeah, it hits. Yeah. That's awesome.
Hey, I love you, Dan.
Love you too, Jess.
You're my brother now. Hope you know that.
But I love that song. I love hearing you sing it, and just it has had an amazing impact on me and my kids. So
Well,
thank
good.
you so much.
You're probably gonna have to hear me sing it a couple more times. So just be ready for it.
But and that's the cool thing, man. Your song is not just your song anymore. It's so many other veterans who feel broken and who need to say the same thing to their children and their family. It's just, I mean, it's so awesome because we go into these rooms thinking that we are the only ones that have these stories or that our stories are so specific. But when we sit in with these pro writers and we're able to do that, we tell our story, it turns out to be a song that every veteran could relate to. You have people on Facebook saying, that's an awesome song, what a great message. Earlier, someone said the kids are the superheroes right there, or the kids are the real stars, because it was them that kind of inspired the song. So without you guys, this song would have never be here. So you guys are the stars of this show. So thank you guys so much. We're gonna continue with Dan playing some music, but
Jesse.
Or Jesse. No, now it's Dan. Dan, sing us some songs. Just kidding.
Okay. Hey, thank you guys for having me, and it's so good to hear you sing that, Jesse. Thank you.
I can't wait to get you up here to Nashville again, buddy.
Oh, we're coming back. Chase wants to come visit.
Oh yeah, please do. Please come visit. We'll take you backstage Opry. We'll do all the fun stuff.
Heck yeah.
You just see the smile right there?
Yeah.
Tell him to practice playing guitar before he comes up here, though.
Oh yeah. All right,
Awesome.
thank you guys.
Thank you, man.
Take care.
That's so cool, man. So we're still active. We're still live. We're just gonna do a sweet transition. We should do wait. We can. Is there one just for Jesse now that we could do? Because we just need a one camera source.
Yeah, you've already got it.
Okay,
or change it.
There's so many of them. Okay.
You just gotta resize the one.
Look, it's both of us.
No, just go back to where you were.
Just kidding. Next guy. Oh, what is happening? I need Brad.
All ridgeways I'm in bound.
We're just gonna listen to that song again.
Okay.
So
Jeez.
all I was saying was, all you gotta do is resize this one.
Okay, we're gonna resize this one. We're gonna regroup. A lot of stuff's been happening.
Oh, there you go. Should we
Sweet. So let's move this over here. We'll do a little.
Good acoustics in here, huh?
Hey, what about
Good acoustics.
You know what? You ain't kidding me. I was sitting there going, darn, where's the microphones?
Where's the monitor?
Record on
Yeah.
that thing.
So what we'll do is, now that you're gonna take over this party, you have Brett to help you out. I'm gonna run home because I'm gonna be gaming with some people a little bit later. But Brett can kind of walk you through some of the stuff. You might hear some weird little sounds happening, and what that is like, see, like the Butch followed us. So, and then Brett's about to send us some sparks. So the different streaming platforms like Mixer and Twitch, Mixer especially, see that hype burger you just got from Brett Fire? So those are called sparks. So anytime you see that pop up, you typically just be like, hey Brett, thanks for the sparks. And it'll also say the things up here. But people send you those as they're listening to the stream or watching the stream. They collect these sparks up, and so they give them to people they like. Or if you're playing a song that they love, they'll send some sparks. So Brett will be able to engage with all that fun stuff. But then the chat is here, so you'll get messages from all over. So this means Facebook, this means Mixer, this means Twitch.
Of course.
And so if you wanted to chat to people or you just talk to them on there.
I actually just downloaded OBS on my computer about a week ago.
Heck yeah.
Just don't have a cam yet to run it. So that's on, or I would already kind of be a little bit more versed on it. That's why I was super pumped you guys were letting me come hang out with y'all.
Yeah, well anytime you want to do, especially when this place is up and running, this is going to be completely streaming all the time, so you can stream as much as you want from our platform. Dan, thanks for getting your piece to it. Sweet. Well, I'm going to let you take it away with the music. So if you see people pop in here, and Brett's going to kind of moderate, these are the names, but sometimes we get some trolls in here. But don't worry, Brett's going to squash them real quick.
Get them.
But then we get some veterans like Michael Christensen, who went through our program. He got it right with Kanan Smith and Brett Beavers. That was a pretty fun ride.
Yeah, but it was. Mentor too in Orlando.
Yeah, he was our very first mentor in Orlando. But all about for the next 24 hours, we're still raising money. So as we go out here, you can encourage people to donate. CreatiVets.org as you're doing your little stream.
I'm about to Instagram story from my story.
Oh yeah, and you can use this too.
I was gonna do that earlier, but I was holding out till we surprised our buddy Dan.
Heck yeah, sweet. Well, yeah, you can set that up. Do your Instagram live so you have them both up.
I didn't even think about that.
Do it, bro. So so you actually get 2 shows for one.
Put that iPad down so it don't fall off the table.
Oh yeah, you might if you need that a little bit later, but you can put your phone up. You can do the Instagram live story. Dauntless Badger he'll fight the trolls.
What is y'all's? Can I put like a link, like maybe create?
Oh, when you start it, I haven't figured out how to do this, but there's a donate button. But actually, we would rather people go to CreatiVets.org and donate, because right now it's the donations have to go through the big payback
to count
towards our bigger donations. So you can still start a live video, but tell people what you're doing in the video, and then they can donate at CreatiVets.org.
Gotcha. I bet if I wonder if I put CreatiVets.org right here, if it'll give a link, because it does for my PayPal. I don't know. They can literally just click on my PayPal and go.
Oh, that's cool.
To there, so I don't know what's right. But yes, I will tell them what's up, baby.
Jesse Chase loves your shirt.
You can get these at Nashville Armory here in Nashville.
You already gave one of those away.
You know what? I did give one of those away. It was in the circle of the Grand Ole Opry. The first time my feet have ever stepped foot in the circle.
Was that with Chris Gaynor? Who was that with? Because that was the guy who we were on the phone with earlier. Was that
I'm going to be honest with you. I cannot remember the fellow's name. I cannot remember the gentleman's name, but I traded shirts with him.
Oh, Catherine said you could pin that comment, Jesse Taylor.
Yes, she did. What was I about to say, though? What did you say about your shirt? Yes, it was an Albert Einstein shirt, though. I do remember that, and it is at my house in my. I sure wore that tonight. Goodness
gracious. Put you on there a little bit more. But yeah, that's a pretty crazy story. Yeah, and I'll be moving out of here anyway, so you can
see. I had one of these Nashville Armory shirts on, right? And I walked in, like, I guess it was I was with you, and there was a group of veterans on the stage of the Grand Ole Opry, like standing around the circle, like checking it out, seeing what it looked like and everything. And as I walked in, there was a couple of guys that knew me from Camp Southern Grove. You guys let me go down there and run that program as well. So I was talking to a few guys, and this guy walks up to me. He's like, "Dude, I love your shirt." I said, "I'll give it to you if you want it." He said, "No way." I said,
He's like,
"Absolutely."
Chris got it. Yep.
So he said, "I'll switch with you right now." So the dude took his shirt off, and I was standing there looking at him with his shirt off, and I was like, "Oh,
At the Opry.
I'm gonna have to take my clothes off at the Opry right now." So
In the circle. I
did.
don't think that's ever happened before.
Yeah, if I ever get lucky enough to grace the stage again one day, it's gonna be fun to tell that story. We'll see what happens.
Well, awesome. I'll let you take it away from here, and then
Yeah.
we'll catch up with the people later. But you just play some jammy jams, play originals, and whatever you want to play.
What's up, my friends on my Facebook? I'm live with Creative Vets right now. We're raising some money, so go to creativevets.org. Bring that number up for us there, baby.
Look what Dan just said. It's strange seeing two dudes take the shirt off.
You know, honestly, I wonder if there's ever been a time that anything like that's happened again, you know? Let's get this angle here. Actually, let's get this angle.
I'm gonna pack up.
That's going to be the one. Is that going to bug you there?
Oh, did you hear music? Very good. That's right. Yeah. Cheers.
Let's see here. I'm a John Michael Montgomery fan. I don't know if there's any of those out there tonight. Well, I've always heard that one outline about love at first sight. I never knew those words were true till you walked in tonight. All it took was just one look to knock me off my feet. Well, I'm not a man of many words, so I make this short and sweet. Cause you would you gonna, if I ask you, would you want to be my baby tonight? Well, you take a chance, slow dance, make a little romance. Honey, it'll be alright. Girl, you got me wishing we were hugging and kissing and holding each other tight. Could you, would you gonna, if I ask you, would you wanna be my baby tonight? Well, I'm not trying to come on like some rhinestone Romeo. I'm looking for a whole lot more than a one-night rodeo. What can I do to prove to you I'm laying on the line? I'll even get down on my knees just to beg you one more time. Well, could you, would you, ain't you gonna, if I ask you, would you want to be my baby tonight? Well, you take a chance, slow dance, make a little romance. Honey, it'll be alright. Girl, you got me wishing we were hugging and kissing and holding each other tight. Could you, would you, ain't you gonna, if I ask you, would you want to be my baby tonight? Well, could you, would you, ain't you gonna, if I ask you, would you wanna be my baby tonight? Well, you take a chance, slow dance, make a little romance. Honey, it'll be alright. Girl, you got me wishing we were hugging and kissing and holding each other tight. So could you, would you, ain't you gonna, if I ask you, would you wanna be my baby tonight? Well, could you, would you, ain't you gonna, if I ask you, would you wanna be my baby tonight? Hey, little John Michael Montgomery there for you. My Facebook friends that are tuning in, thank you guys for doing so. I am live with Creative Vets right now, which is one of the coolest programs in the entire world, and I'm very blessed to be able to work with it from time to time. These guys work with combat veterans, and they use art to teach them how to deal with everything that they've come back home with. And there's an art division and there's a songwriting division, and I do some work with the songwriting division. And if you guys were on here earlier, I just sang one that I wrote with my friend Dan, who's a vet. I appreciate him to the max for letting me be a part of that. But thank you to all my Facebook friends that are tuning in. If you would like to donate to CreatiVets, please go to creativevets.org right now and donate. It's such an amazing program. And if you hang on here a little longer, I'm sure you'll see some more stuff, firsthand stuff talking about it rather than just me playing some guitar. But let's see here. I'm gonna do a little Tim McGraw for you guys. You always had an eye for things that glittered, but I was far from being made of gold. I don't know how, but I scraped up the money. I just never could quite tell you no. Just like when you were leaving Amarillo, taking that new job in Tennessee. Well, I quit mine so we could be together. No, I can't forget the way you looked at me. Just to see you smile, I'd do anything that you wanted me to. When all is said and done, I'd never count the cost, 'cause it's worth all this loss. Just to see you smile, just to see you smile. When you said time was all you really needed, I walked away and I let you have your space. But leaving didn't hurt me near as badly as those teardrops I saw rolling down your face. And yesterday I knew just what you wanted when you came walking up to me with him. I told you that I was happy for you, and given the chance I'd like him just to see you smile. I'd do anything that you wanted me to. When all is said and done, I'd never count the cost, 'cause it's worth all this loss. Just to see you smile, just to see you smile. Just to see you smile, baby, just to see you smile. Just to see you smile, I'd do anything that you wanted me to. When all is said and done, I'd never count the cost, 'cause it's worth all this loss. Just to see you smile, I'd do anything that you wanted me to. When all is said and done, I'd never count the cost, 'cause it's worth all this loss. Just to see you smile, just to see you smile. Just to see you smile, baby, just to see you smile. You are right about the acoustics in there. They really do feel great. They really do feel great. All right, let's see here. Am I allowed to play originals on this?
Yeah, do whatever you want. Take a bless. I don't know if anybody wants to hear anything. I don't...
Hey, if anybody wants to hear anything, throw it at me. Every once in a while, we can land on the same page. Last night, somebody asked for Paint Me a Birmingham, and I didn't know all of it, but I knew Paint me a Birmingham, make it look just the way I planned. Little house on the edge of town, porch going all the way around. Put her there in the front yard swing, cotton dress make it early spring. For a while she'll be mine again. If you'd paint me in Birmingham. So I want to learn all of that. That's really what I was saying.
It's a great song.
It's a good one, dude. Good old Tracy. Well, my buddy Paul Hunter has asked if I could do some Papa's Paycheck, which is so cool because there's kind of some lines about veteeranism in Papa's Paycheck. Yeah. All right, here's Papa's Paycheck for my buddy Paul Hunter. Remember, guys, if you want to donate, you can go to CreatiVets.org, okay? Every month, Papa get a little money from Uncle Sam. From his 20 years of service and 2 tours to Vietnam. Well, he'd pick me up in that long flat bed with some big league chew and a pouch of red. Man, he'd spend it all on me. Tape player worked, but it wouldn't eject, so we'd always listen to the same old cassette. Well, I'm the only hell my mama ever raised, said a word I wasn't supposed to say, but Papa let me sing it anyway. Now take this job and shove it, always made us grin, but he'd wipe his eyes over violin and say, son, your granny was my best friend. Oh, I learned all about life, love, and respect. I got more than most kids ever get, 'cause Papa shared his paycheck. 'Cause Papa shared his paycheck. I got a yellow handle case that he bought me at the feed and sea. I keep it sharp as a razor, he said that's the way it ought to be. Well, he helped me carve my name in the stock of a 410 Stevens single shot. But before we headed home, he put it behind the seat. The tape player worked, but it wouldn't eject, so we'd always listen to the same old cassette. Well, I'm the only hell my mama ever raised, said a word I wasn't supposed to say, but my Papa let me sing it anyway. Now take this job and shove it, always made us grin, but he'd wipe his eyes, old violin, and tell him, son, your granny was my best friend. Oh, I learned all about life, love, and respect. I got more than most kids ever get, 'cause Papa shared his paycheck. 'Cause Papa shared his paycheck. Yeah, my Papa, he shared his paycheck. Yeah, my Papa, he shared his paycheck. Now Granny and Papa ain't apart no more. Went to see him today in my brand new Ford that I bought with some of what he left for me. When I was sitting there, I played those old songs I downloaded on my phone, and I heard a little voice start to sing, and you know what that means. You know what that means. Well, I'm the only hell my mama ever raised. Got a word he's not supposed to say, but I let him sing it anyways. Now take this job and shove it, always makes us grin. But I go back there an old violin and tell him stories about one of my best friends. Oh, I learned all about life, love, and respect. I got more than most kids ever get, 'cause Papa shared his pay check. Yeah, my Papa, he shared his pay check. Yeah, my Papa, he shared his pay check. Yeah, my Papa, he shared his pay check. Every month, Papa would get a little money from Uncle Sam, from his 20 years of service and 2 tours to Vietnam. Chase wants to know if I can play some Alan Jackson. Absolutely. Well, let's see here. Let's make that happen. Let's make that happen. Paul Hunter, I saw the kind words you just said on there about me having some extra grit in it tonight, and buddy, I'm glad you think so. I think it's probably because I'm in the company of my lovely friends at CreatiVets, man. I'm going to tell you something. Whenever I'm hanging around this crew, I just get fired all the way up. There ain't nothing you can do about it. I bet I can probably sing 5 o'clock somewhere. Does Chase like that song? I hope he does. That's what we're going to go with. I can't believe I don't know an Alan song off the top of my head. Honestly, that kind of makes me a little ashamed. We're going to make it happen, though. I'll do some sad Alan Jackson songs, but I ain't trying to be just like super sad up in this joint tonight. I don't think anybody wants that, right? The sun is hot and that old clock is moving slow, and so am I. The workday passes like molasses in wintertime, but it's July. I'm getting paid by the hour and older by the minute. My boss just pushed me over the limit. I'd like to call him something, I think I'll just call it a day. I said, pour me something tall and strong, make it a hurricane before I go insane. It's only 12:30, but I don't care. It's 5 o'clock somewhere. Yeah, it's 5 o'clock somewhere. This lunch break is gonna take all afternoon and half the night. Tomorrow morning I know there'll be hell to pay, but that's alright. I ain't had a day off now in over a year. My Jamaican vacation gonna start right here. If the phone's for me, you can tell them I'll just sit away. I said, oh, pour me something tall and strong, make it a hurricane before I go insane. It's only 12:30, but I don't care. It's 5 o'clock somewhere. Yeah, it's 5 o'clock somewhere. I said, oh, pour me something tall and strong, make it a hurricane before I go insane. It's only 12:30, I don't care. It's 5 o'clock somewhere. I said it's 5 o'clock somewhere. It's 8:37 here, but it's 5 o'clock somewhere. It's 5 o'clock somewhere.
5 o'clock during Corona, though.
You're exactly right. You're exactly right. Dude, you know what I missed though? Somebody said Little Bitty is my jam, and that one is such a good one, man. I haven't listened to that one in such a long time. And that one is one of my favorites. Let's see if that'll pop up here. If it does, I might try a little touch of it. Man, I'm learning songs here on CreatiVets live, y'all. It's getting dangerous. But this one I think is going to be worth it. Oh yeah, that's right on the money right there. Have a little love on a little honeymoon. You got a little dish and you got a little spoon. Little bitty house and a little bitty yard. Little bitty dog and a little bitty car. It's alright to be little bitty, little hometown or big old city. Might as well share, might as well smile. Life goes on for a little bitty while. A little bitty baby in a little bitty gown. It'll grow up in a little bitty town. Big yellow bus and a little bitty book. It all started with a little bitty love. It's alright to be little bitty, little hometown or a big old city. Might as well share, might as well smile. Life goes on for a little bitty while. It's alright to be a little bitty, little hometown or a big old city. Might as well share, might as well smile. Life goes on for a little bitty while. Might as well share, might as well smile. Life goes on for a little bitty while. Might as well share, might as well smile. Yeah, life goes on for a little bitty while. Yeah. Hey, but I'm gonna tell you something right now. Rusty Allen's better than no Allen at all, am I right? Alright, let's see if I can get it tuned up a little bit. To my friends that are just now tuning in, thank you so much. I appreciate it. I'm live with my good friends at CreatiVets this afternoon, this evening, whatever you want to call it. Thanks for stopping in. trying to raise some money for CreatiVets tonight, and if you would like to donate, we would really love that. It would mean a lot to us, and you can do that at creativets.org. So please go to that. I think there may be a link in the video that I posted. If there's not, creativets.org. It's real easy to type. I can spell it out for you if you need me to. Go throw some love their way. CreatiVets is such an amazing program, and I've just been very lucky to be a part of it. I'm seriously just baffled every time I get to do something with this program. It's very moving. Moving group of people. All right, let's see here. Do I ever get nervous on stage? Yes. I got nervous a minute ago when I was singing Dan's song in front of Dan's kids. I was probably more nervous then than I've been in a long time, honestly. Let's see here. What else we got? What else we got cooking? You want to hear one I wrote?
Yep.
I'm going to play you a new one. I wrote this one with, Matt Bell?
Yep.
Adam Mack?
Yep.
Yeah, I wrote this one with those guys. I don't know why I chose.
CreatiVets.
Yeah, you know what? I was about to say, I figured they probably have. That's cool. All right. So this is a tune I wrote with some friends, Matthew, Austin Bell, and Adam Mack. Concrete is the only thing keeping us apart. Heavy on the pedal ever since I got it started, and I'm headed for you now. No, and I ain't slowing down. Burn a lot of rubber, waste a little gas. Keep between the ditches, but I know I'm gonna crash right into your heart. Oh, baby, ready or not, I'm gonna take my time loving you like it's the only thing I'll ever do. No, I ain't gonna miss one moment, ain't gonna let one second slip by. I'm gonna take my time loving you, yeah, baby, loving you. Yeah, baby, I'm loving you. Well, that home fire's burning, don't need a new spark. 5 minutes from you has never felt so far. The rush I feel inside, I want it for the rest of my life. Well, if I know you, you'll be biting your nails, waiting by the window every time it never fails, with the door unlocked. Hey, baby, ready or not, I'm gonna take my time loving you like it's the only thing I'll ever do. No, I ain't gonna miss one moment, ain't gonna let one second slip by. I'm gonna take my time loving you, yeah, baby, loving you, yeah. Oh, baby, I'm loving you. Oh, baby, I'm loving you, yeah. Baby, I'm loving you, loving you, loving you. I'm gonna take my time loving you like it's the only thing I'll ever do. No, I ain't gonna miss one moment, ain't gonna let one second slip by. I'm gonna take my time loving you, yeah, baby, loving you. Baby, I'm loving you. Well, baby, I'm loving you. Oh, baby, I'm loving you, loving you, loving you. Concrete is the only thing keeping us apart. Heavy on the pedal ever since I got it started, and I'm headed for you now. No, and I ain't slowing down.
Yeah, buddy.
That one feels good, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It makes me feel good. I hope it made y'all feel good. What up, brother Whit? Oh yeah, Echo's coming. Oh my gosh, that just made my night that you asked for that. Dude, I wish I could hug you through the computer right now, brother. Catherine, I can definitely do that as well. Absolutely, sweetheart. Dude, for real, Walton Witt, my brother. Man, seriously. I hate meeting friends through CreatiVets and like Camp Southern Ground and stuff like that, and never getting to see them again except for through Instagram. You know, like every once in a while I get lucky and get to run into them at like a CreatiVets thing, but I hope I get to give you a big old hug in the future, Brother Witt. We got to make that happen. Here's some Echo for you. Thank you so much for asking for that. Anybody who's watching, if you like original music, I just released this as a single on Friday. You can get it anywhere. Stream it, buy it, any of that fun stuff. I wrote this with my friend David Seeger. I hope you enjoy it. Morning drive every mile, I hear you talking in the empty seat next to me, and I swear I see your smile reflecting off the windshield, but that's just crazy. I must be going crazy, 'cause all I hear is your echo, 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 calling out my name. Oh, you echo, 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 burning like a flame. Forever went by in the blink of an eye, and I'm living with a ghost. It just won't seem to let me go. Oh, all I hear is your echo, echo, echo. All I hear is your echo, echo, echo. Late at night I can't sleep. I hear you whisper, feel your warm breath on my skin. Promises on repeat. Oh, I love you, I need you, girl. I hear it all over again and over again. 'Cause all I hear is your echo, 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 calling out my name. Oh, how you echo, 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 burning like a flame. Forever went by in the blink of an eye, and I'm living with a ghost. It just won't seem to let me go. 'Cause all I hear is your echo, 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 echo. All I hear is your echo, 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 echo. Can't let go of your echo, echo, echo. Oh, all I hear is your echo, 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 echo. Tonight I'll listen to your messages one more time. I just need to hear your voice outside of my mind. Yeah, 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 yeah. All I hear is your echo, 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 calling out my name. Your echo, 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 burning like a flame. Forever went by in the blink of an eye, and I'm living with a ghost. It just won't seem to let me go. 'Cause all I hear is your echo, 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 echo. All I hear is your echo, 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 echo. Can't let go of your echo, echo, echo. Oh, all I hear is your echo, 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 echo. Morning drive every mile, I hear you talking in the empty seat next to me. Yeah. Woo! Thank you, dude, for real. That's huge. Major compliments. All right, let's tune it up, and I got some Black Widow coming your way too, son. Every time I play Black Widow acoustic now, it just feels weird. Ever since I've been playing with my electrics. I've got this D'Angelico that I love, but it is so heavy. It is like it is literally like a tree around my neck. I have a tree draped around my neck, and I love it, man. It's got the Bigsby on it and everything. It is the jam, but man, it kills me to wear that thing for more than a few minutes. All right, here's some Black Widow acoustic. Thank you for asking for it, Walton. You're the man, dude. You're the man. Thank you for listening to my music. Thank you for letting me write songs with you. She said if I can't have you, nobody will. I had no idea that her kiss would be followed by a kill. I should have known by the color of her hourglass ticket she was out for blood, Lord, a web spinning killer. If you fall for her, better be a good fighter. Don't let your guard down when your heart grows tired. She's a black widow, black widow, black widow, oh, oh, black widow, black widow, black widow, oh, oh. Whoa. She likes to play dead, to draw in her prey, seeking a lover to solemnly slay. Well, venom so vicious she calmly conspires, a cannibal driven by sexual desire. If you fall for her, better be a good fighter. Don't let your guard down when your heart grows tired. She's a black widow, black widow, black widow, oh, oh, black widow, black widow, black widow, oh, oh, Should've known better than to fall in love. I should've known better. I should've known better. Should've known better than to fall in love. I should've known better. I should've known better. Should've known better than to fall in love. I should've known better. I should've known better. I should've known better than to fall in love with her. Hey, 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 fall in love with her. Black widow, black widow, oh, oh, black widow, black widow, black widow, oh, oh, black widow, black widow, black widow, oh, oh, yeah, she's a black widow, black widow, black widow, oh. She's a black widow spider. Thank you all. You're the man. You're the man. That's hilarious. My dad just commented on here that my great-grandfather used to say, watch out for them black widders. Them little black widders. That's hilarious. There's a thing they used to do here in Nashville. I don't know if they still do it. It's called work camp. And I did work camp, Nashville work camp one year. And it's like all the youth groups get together. And you go and like work on people's houses, like paint their porches and stuff, like older folks that can't help and like get out and do stuff. So we were working on this older gentleman's house. This guy was like 90 years old. And the guy who was in charge of our group, I was like 13 at the time. The guy's in charge of our group is like at least 30 years old. Could not understand a word this man said. The whole week. It didn't matter what the guy told us. our leader couldn't understand anything. But he sounded just like my great-granddaddy, so I knew every single word this guy was saying. So I was our leader's translator the whole week, just because I knew redneck language real well. My dad just said, Jesse speaks fluent redneck. That's hilarious. Okay. Here's another original that my sweet girlfriend asked for. I wrote this with my friend CJ Solar not too long ago. This one's for all my gun lovers out there. Girl, I happened to learn at a real young age. You don't mess around when you're holding on to dangerous things. And if you're thinking that I'm the kind of guy that's gonna love you and leave you tonight, let me shoot you straight like Granddaddy's old 38. Can't help it, it's the way I was raised to be a man. Girl, I'll be your steady hand, and that ain't never gonna change. Let me shoot you straight. Let me shoot you straight. Well, I love you don't mean too much with one foot out the door. So I ain't gonna leave you waiting and wondering anymore. Yeah, I know that you're my kind of girl, and I wanna give you the whole wide world. Let me shoot you straight like Granddaddy's old 38. Can't help it's the way I was raised to be a man. Girl, I'll be your steady hand, and that ain't never gonna change. Let me shoot you straight. Let me shoot you straight. Baby, let me shoot you straight. I said, let me shoot you straight. Well, I know you've never had someone pull the trigger, but darling, I ain't afraid. Let me shoot you straight like Granddaddy's old 38. Can't help it's the way I was raised to be a man. Girl, I'll be your steady hand, and that ain't ever gonna change. Let me shoot you straight like Granddaddy's old 38. Can't help it's the way I was raised to be a man. Girl, I'll be your steady hand, and that ain't ever gonna change. Let me shoot you straight. Let me shoot you straight. Baby, let me shoot you straight. Let me shoot you straight. Girl, I happened to learn at a real young age. You don't mess around when you're holding on to dangerous things. Dude.
Is it so weird playing without claps after?
You know, I will say, that's what I was telling my girlfriend the other day, man. It's just like, it is different. It is different.
Yeah.
There's like nothing in the room except for you and the flies on the wall, and for tonight, Brett's in here. But normally it's just the flies. If there's any in there, I'm a clean fellow though, so I don't typically have flies. If they're in the room, I'm like trying to swat them like a ninja. Let's see what else we got on here. Thanks, Gene. You know, I've got another one that I would like to bust out here, hopefully. I think I had the lyrics to it earlier. Guys, if y'all got anything you want to hear, feel free to let me know and I'll try to make it happen for you. Thank you guys who have already requested some, especially the ones you guys who requested my originals. I appreciate that more than you know. That makes me feel real cool. What about this one? Let's see. All right, so this was a song that I wrote at Camp Southern Ground with some vets. Yeah, I think I can pull it off. I'm going to give it a try. Let's see. You were on that trip with me. We went to that was the first one.
I think down there every month while Corona's not in session.
I've been lonely, been black and blue. I've been betrayed, and I've been lied to. I've been behind, and I've been down, trying hard to keep my soul above the ground. In these dark places, I find myself talking to God, even though I feel like hell. I ask Him, Lord, please help me stand. I'm on my knees and I'm just a man. These days I'm tired of fighting myself. I look at one thing and see something else. I try my hardest to find peace of mind. I pray the wind blows my worries down the line. In these dark places, I find myself talking to God, even though I feel like hell. I ask Him, Lord, please help me stand. I'm on my knees and I'm just a man. In these dark places, I find myself talking to God, even though I feel like hell. I ask Him, Lord, please help me stand. I'm on my knees and I'm just a man. I ask Him, Lord, please help me stand. I'm on my knees and I'm just a man. I'm on my knees and I'm just a man. There you go, brother.
So you went down to Camp Southern Ground, which is Zach Brown's camp.
Yeah. I don't remember if that was the first. So, say that again?
Did you ride with one veteran?
No, I have a group, and I think I have the list of names right here, and hopefully I pronounced all of them right. Well, we got Jeremy Hubler, Mitchell Bagans, Dustin Whitten, Sean Nelson, Josh Trezaretti. I'm sorry. Forgive me, I'm the worst with pronouncing stuff. I learned how to read in Fairview. Don't hold it against me, okay? But we wrote that. I guess that was my second trip there, because I feel like, for real.
I think it wasn't that long ago. I feel like it was like a couple.
No, it wasn't that long ago, but I think it was my second trip. But man, sometimes they run together. I hate to let that happen. I try not to let it happen, but sometimes they do. I remember some specific lines from writing that, though, and I do remember a lot of the things that were said in the room that day, and like when I was just sitting there singing through those lyrics, man, there was like a line. I look at one thing and see something else, and there was some things that specific line came from that were talked about with the veterans in that room that day that I will never forget. And like, dude, I like went back over that line right then and it just hit me, chills, all the way down my body. Yeah, these veterans, some have given up everything and some give up more than you can imagine. And there's literally no way to describe it. I'm just fortunate to be in the room with some of them when they want to talk about their stories. So thank you guys for letting me be a part of that. Dark Places. Yeah. What else we got here?
Sparks. We're loving it.
Oh yeah? That's what I like to see. That's what I like to see, son. Let's see here. I don't think I'm going to be able to play anything as good as that now. You know what I'm saying? Dang.
Well, that's what it is when you're writing veterans, because you're writing something real.
That's what I'm saying, dude. Like, I was talking about it with someone today. I was like, some of these songs that I've written with the veterans mean so much to me. Like, they mean more to me than a lot of the songs that I've written because, dude, I learned about myself in the room.
Yeah, 100%.
I mean, like, you know, and I'm going to tell you something right now. I don't want to brag on him too much, but old Richard Casper is a pretty infectious person.
Yeah.
And he just kind of like inspires people that he's around. You can tell that through this. Anyways, let's get back to singing some songs. I don't want Richard to think he's too cool. Let's do a little Johnny Cash. Well, I hear the train a-comin' and it's rolling around that bend. And I ain't seen the sunshine since I don't know when. Well, I'm stuck in Folsom Prison. Time keeps dragging on. But that train keeps on rolling on down to San Antone. When I was just a baby, when my mama told me, son, she said, always be a good boy and don't you ever play with them guns. But I shot a man in Reno just to watch him die. When I hear that whistle blow, I hang my head and cry. And I bet there's rich folks eating in a fancy dining car, and probably drinking coffee and smoking fat cigars. Well, I know I had it coming. Well, I know I can't be free. But those people keep on moving, and that's what tortures me. Hey, get a rhythm. When you get the blues, come on, get a rhythm. When you get the blues, get a rock and roll feeling in your soul, but taps on your toes, and you're gonna get a rhythm. Na 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 na. No. Oh, baby, when you get the blues. Well, a little shoeshine boy never gets slowed down, but he's got the dirtiest job in town, bending low at the people's feet on the windy corner of a dirty street. Well, I asked him while he shined my shoes, hey, how'd you keep from getting them blues? Well, he grinned as he raised his little lady bob his shoeshine rag, and then he said, get a rhythm. Baby, when you get the blues, come on, get a rhythm. When you get the blues, get a rock and roll feeling in your soul, put taps on your toes, and get a rhythm. Na 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 na. No. Oh, baby, when you get the blues. Well, that's alright now, mama, if that's alright with you. That's alright now, mama, just do it any way you do, and that's alright, that's alright. Well, baby, that's alright now, mama, any way you do. Well, if they freed me from this prison, if train was mine, I bet I'd move it on just a little bit farther down that line. I'd go far from Folsom Prison. Baby, that's where I wanna stay. And I let that lonesome whistle blow my blues away. And I let that lonesome whistle blow my blues away. And I let that lonesome whistle blow my blues away. Yeah, little Johnny Cash there for you, friends. All right, we got some more requests for some originals, if that's gonna be okay. I got some people asking for a tune I wrote called "Smell the Roses." Let's do that.
Dan wrote you a long little message.
What did Dan say?
Right there at the top.
He's too kind. Dan says too many nice things about me. He does. All right. Let's see here. My friends Paul and Sean have asked for this one. And if you guys haven't heard it before, I hope you like it. I wrote this one by myself back in college. Just got lots of good family members that inspired this one. Actually, I'm not gonna do that to you guys. She said, "Boy, why ain't you smiling?" and kissed him on his dirty cheek. He worked several different jobs to feed her and their three. Your days were hard, they had no time to slow down. 12-hour days left the kids wondering why he wasn't around. At 5:25 each morning at the door, she'd leave him with this: "I love you, darling, but don't forget to stop and smell the roses. Stop and smell the roses. Oh, stop and smell the roses for a while, yeah, for a little while, yeah. Well, the kids had finally grown and not much had changed. There was 3 college loans that he would have to pay. He told them times were hard, but he never let them know how bad. He just worked every day to give them something that he never had. 5:25 each morning at the door, she'd leave him with this: "I love you, darling, but don't forget to stop and smell the roses. Stop and smell the roses. Oh, stop and smell the roses for a little while, yeah, for a little while, yeah, yeah." They held her hand until they made him let it go. They laid her in the ground and they filled the hole. To the day that he died, he made sure there were flowers on her grave. And every morning he'd make the same drive to the same old familiar place. And he'd stop to smell the roses. He'd stop to smell the roses. Oh, he'd stop to smell the roses for a while, yeah, for a little while, yeah, yeah. She said, boy, why ain't you smiling? And kissed him on his dirty cheek.
Gotta love the harmonics. Oh man, shit.
One trick that I know. Thank you guys so much. If you enjoyed that, I do have a version of that available to stream and buy. Jesse Wayne Taylor live at 20 Front Street. Check it out. I've got some more originals on there. A single I just released that played a little earlier. But thank you guys so much for requesting that and other ones. Let's see. Man, Paul Hunter had some great requests. Letters from Home and American Soldier. I wish I knew those two. Oh my gosh. Those are great. Let's see here. That is a great question. I guess, okay, so, you know, like when I really decided, probably was with my girlfriend, I was like, I didn't know what I wanted to do. I was working at a job that I loved, and I loved the people I was working with. It just wasn't playing music. She said, what do you want to do for the rest of your life? And I said, I want to play music. So that's, I think, when I knew. Thank you for asking. Yeah, I can definitely do Cover Me Up. So, funny story, Sean Reminer. I told you like 6 years ago you should listen to my song Smell the Roses because you would like it. To be fair, I don't know if I ever actually sent you a recording to listen to, but I did. I knew you would like that one. All right, let's see here. Here's your Cover Me Up. Thank you for asking, Madison. Heart on the run, keeps a hand on the gun, he can't trust anyone. But I was so sure what I needed was more, tried to shoot out the sun. The days when we raged, we flew off the page, such damage was done. I made it through, 'cause somebody knew I was meant for someone. So girl, leave your boots by the bed, we ain't leaving this room till someone needs medical help or the magnolias bloom. It's cold in this house and I ain't going out to chop wood. So cover me up in old
you're enough to use me for good. Push your fate to the test when I tore off that dress at Richmond on high. But I sobered up and I swore off that stuff forever this time. But the old lover scene, I thought it'd be me who helped him get home. But home was a dream, one that I'd never seen till you came along. So girl, hang your dress up to dry, we ain't leaving this room till Percy Priest breaks open wide and a river runs through and carries this house on the stones like a piece of driftwood. So cover me up and know you're enough to use me for good. So girl, leave your boots by the bed, we ain't leaving this room till someone needs medical help or the magnolias bloom. It's cold in this house and I ain't going out to chop wood. So cover me up and know you're enough to use me for good. Cover me up and know you're enough to use me for good. Thank you so much for the request, Madison. HT, you're so right about that. The reverb is nasty in here. It's just a really awesome room that we're in.
New office space.
You say good nasty. Good nasty. That's my little brother, by the way.
Oh, I got you.
Oh, HT. Thank you so much, Madison. Let's see here. Let's tune her back up here. Let's get something going in standard. I'm trying to read. I'm a slow reader too. That doesn't help this situation at all. Jesse Taylor between two ferns. What does that mean?
It was a SNL skit.
My dad would probably know it. Honestly, I've watched SNL like twice ever. I don't know if that makes me a bad person or not.
Yeah. Just means you got better things to do on Saturday night.
I don't know about that. I'm probably just playing guitar somewhere. Somebody said a very bad person. That's hilarious. Oh, dude, I don't even know why I just did that because you know what I want to play right now?
I don't.
Listen to Still Woods. My buddy Sean on here's a big Stillwoods fan, and I dig this song. Bobby said, let's play some cards. Got a truck out in the yard. I came across, it was a steal. Lay a couple paychecks down, drink a few and play a couple rounds. Throw the dice and laugh over somebody's meal. Anyone ever believe in a sleight of hand and a long sleeve? Turn old friends into new enemies. In the fog of all the blame, devil straightened a bad shot same. Now Bobby and his 6-shooter went all in for the deal. I gotta give it to you straight. You weren't lying when you said I'm the best liar, and I passed this one up the hall. Well, now this fire burns higher and higher. Hot coals burn cold compared to a soul. Carefree, fast cars and jewelry, married right out of school to a young Marine. And a new man moved to town, spoke loud and threw his money around, caught the eye of a soldier's wife in need. On Friday, the prayer for peace turned a long time gone to an early release. He came home to a different kind of war. Greater love hath no man like a broken heart with a gun in his hand. And Jezebel don't live carefree no more. I gotta give it to you straight. You weren't lying when you said I'm the best liar, and I passed this one up the hall. Well, now this fire burns higher and higher. Hot coals burn cold compared to soul. I gotta give it to you straight. You weren't lying when you said I'm the best liar, and I passed this one up the hall. Well, now this fire burns higher and higher. Hot coals burn cold. Hot coals burn cold compared to soul. I have a feeling my phone's not gonna make it till 10 o'clock, y'all. So, friends on Facebook, if I die, no, we may have a.
Oh man, I got everything.
Oh, we got us a cord running around here.
Is there a plug it in?
You know, Brother Witt, I'm gonna be honest with you. I have totally missed people asking for me to play Freebird. I really have. And you know what? Honestly, I wish I knew it all well. Cause I done. It's like, I'm as free as a bird now. And all this feeling I can't change.
That's it?
Alright? Alright.
Is it charging?
Brother Witt. Oh, let's see.
Don't trust the computer. Just
don't trust it?
Just trust the power.
I hope it trusted the power. We'll see here. Oh, we can definitely do some Tyler Childers for sure. Let's see here. If I leave here tomorrow, would you still remember me? For I must be traveling on now, 'cause there's too many places I've got to see. But if I stay here with you, girl, things just couldn't be the same. 'Cause I'm as free as a bird now, and this bird you cannot change. Whoa, and this bird you cannot change. Lord, this bird you cannot change. Lord, he knows I can't change. Bye-bye, it's been a sweet love, though this feeling I can't change. But please don't take it so badly, 'cause Lord knows I'm to blame. 'Cause if I stay with you, girl, things just couldn't be the same. 'Cause I'm as free as a bird now, and this bird you cannot change. Whoa, and this bird you cannot change. Whoa, and this bird you cannot change. Lord, Lord knows I can't change. Lord, help me, I can't change.
I hear Dylan with those first three.
Do what, buddy?
Bob Dylan with those. What is that song? It's alright.
Oh, yeah, you're talking about, yeah, hold on, yeah, Don't Think Twice, right?
Yeah. I was just hearing it and I was like, man.
That's funny. So that's like, it's a similar picking pattern, and honestly, this is the very first, that's so funny, the very first
Song you learned?
It was the first Travis picking pattern that I learned.
Oh, yeah.
Because I believe that's technically a Travis picking pattern. And I forced myself to learn it. Because I was like, dude, Bob Dylan, he's the man, right?
Yeah.
What did we say that song was called?
Don't Think Twice.
Well, it ain't no use to sit and wonder why, baby, if you don't know by now. Well, it ain't no use to sit and wonder why, baby, it'll never do somehow. Well, that rooster crows at the break of dawn. Look out your window and I'll be gone. You're the reason I'm traveling on. Well, don't think twice, baby, it's alright. Well, it ain't no use in calling out my name, gal, like I've never known. No, there ain't no use in calling out my name, God. I'm on the dark side of the road. Well, I wish that there was something you would do or say to try and change me, my mind instead. And we never did too much talking anyway. Well, don't think twice, it's alright. Thanks so much, guys. That's hilarious. My friend Madison said, get him out of the house and he blows the roof off. That's hilarious. I guess I'm a little bit more reserved in my bedroom than I am here in the CreatiVets headquarters, baby. Maybe I just need to come hang out here more often, right?
Yeah, come on, anytime.
All right, let's see here. We got a couple things going up here. I got some Tyler Childers I got to get to, and then I'm going to do a little, looks like we got a request for some Simple Man, too, so we can probably make that happen. I hate to say this, but is there another one of these running around here? And if there's
Might go fill that one
I was
up.
going to say, that would be beautiful. All right. Greg Gillen, such a generous, kind fellow. All right, let's do a little, here's some Tyler Childers for you, Nick. Thank you so much for asking, brother. Well, my buckle makes impressions on the inside of her thigh. There are little feathered Indians where we tussle through the night. If I'd known she was religious, then I wouldn't have came stone to the house of such an angel, too messed up to get back home. Looking over West Virginia, smoking spirits on the roof. She asked, ain't anybody told you that them things are bad for you? I said, many folks have warned me. There've been several people try, but up till now there ain't been nothing that I couldn't leave behind. Hold me close, my dear. Sing your whispering song softly in my ear, and I will sing along. Honey, tell me how your love runs true. Oh, now I can always count on you. Whoa, to be there when the bullets fly. I'd run across the river just to hold you tonight. Hold you tonight. I wanna hold you tonight. Well, my heart is sweating bullets from the circles it is raised, like a little feathered Indian calling out for clouds of rain. I'd go running through the thicket, and I'd go careless through the thorns just to hold her for a minute, though it'd leave me wanting more. Hold me close, my dear. Sing your whispering song softly in my ear, and I will sing along. Honey, tell me how your love runs true. Oh, now I can always count on you. Whoa, to be there when the bullets fly. I'd run across the river just to hold you tonight. I wanna hold you tonight. I wanna hold you tonight. I wanna hold you tonight. So hold me close, my dear. Oh, sing your whispering song so softly in my ear, and I will sing along. Honey, tell me how your love runs true. Oh, now I can always count on you. Oh, to be there when the bullets fly. I'd run across the river just to hold you tonight. Yeah, I wanna hold you tonight. Baby, I wanna hold you tonight. I wanna hold you tonight. Little Tyler Childers by request there. Let's see here. Now we got a little Simple Man, right? A little Simple Man, We can make that happen. Paul Hunter, thanks for tuning in again to watch me. You're the man. Where'd that pick run off to? That'll work. Mama told me when I was young, come sit beside me, my only son, and listen closely to what I say. And if you do this, it'll help you some sunny day. Oh, yeah. Oh, take your time, don't live too fast. The troubles will come and they will pass. You'll find a woman, oh yeah, and you'll find a love. But don't forget, son, that there is someone up above. And be a simple love and understand. Baby, be a simple kind of man. Won't you do this for me, son, if you can? Oh, yeah. Forget your lust for the rich man's gold. All that you need is in your soul. And you can do this, oh baby, if you try. All that I want for you, my son, is to be satisfied and be a simple kind of man. Be something you love and understand. Baby, be a simple man. Won't you do this for me, son, if you can? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And be a simple kind of man. Be something you love and understand. for me, son, if you can. Yeah, won't you do this for me, son, if you can? Oh, yeah. Be a simple kind of man. Be something you love and understand. Baby, be a simple kind of man. Won't you do this for me, son, if you can? Little Skinner there for you, Paul Hunter. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you for the water. Oh, shit. Oh, I tell you what. I just got a
More sparks.
rock star hands to you too, buddy Rowe. Thanks for the love, friends. Thanks for the comments. Thanks for hanging out. Please, I'm going to take a second to say here, if you haven't already, go donate to CreatiVets at creativevets.org. Like we talked about earlier, just such a wonderful program. I mean, I'm not even a veteran, and I've been highly impacted by this program just by working in it. Like, seriously, I believe in it 110%, and that's all I have to say. I can only say great things about it. Thank you to all of our veterans, all of our military folks. Very, very appreciative of you guys. All right, let's see here. Dixon County. Love it. Let's see if I can remember this Cody Jinks song. Loud thunder, heavy rain, thin lines we enjoy. Pain, it's a long strange trip, it's all insane. You ain't never gonna be the same. Living life through the night, thin line of lightning strikes. Sometimes they only light when the moon is tucked away. The camera captures all the things that make us turn from what we see. Bad news surrounds me. It's always found me creeping up when things are good. Yeah, you know the dark days find a way. Loud thunder, heavy rain, thin lines between joy and pain. It's a long, strange trip. It's all insane. You ain't never gonna be the same. Living life through the night, thin line of lightning strikes. Sometimes they only light when the moon is tucked away. All the things that make us turn from what we see.
stop rolling. Now I ain't slept in 3 darn days. Oh, but who needs that anyway? He's loud thunder, heavy rain, thin line between joy and pain. It's a long, strange trip, it's all insane. You ain't never gonna be the same, living life through the night, thin line of lightning strike. Sometimes the only light when the moon is tucked away. Loud thunder, heavy rain. Oh, loud thunder, heavy rain. Thin line between joy and pain. It's a long, strange trip. It's all insane. You ain't never gonna be the same. Living life through the night. Thin line of lightning strike. Sometimes the only light when the moon is tucked away. Loud thunder, heavy rain. Oh, loud thunder, heavy rain. Ooh, little Cody Jinks there for you. Yes, Sean, I know, I forgot the lyrics halfway through. Ha ha, you got me. You know, I don't feel so bad about it. I used to feel bad about forgetting lyrics to songs and stuff, and it used to really irritate me something awful. I mean, I'd get bent out of shape about it. And I was really bad at first too, Brett, honestly. Like, didn't even realize I was messing up, and I was just messing up the whole time. But somebody sent me a video of Eric Church forgetting the lyrics to Springsteen at the Ryman. And I thought, you know what? If that old boy can do it
At the Ryman.
at the Ryman and not even give a doggone, I think I can probably do it too. You know, in front of the handful of people I've been playing there in front of. Let's see here. All right, what else we got? Gene, thanks for hopping on here again. I appreciate it. Hope you've been digging it. Let's see here. We got time for like one more, right?
Yeah, 1, 2.
I want to end on like I want to get some good happy songs here. I want to do something good and fun. Let's see here. Don't you love how you know, like, you can play a million songs and then it's like
I usually bring a list.
Yeah, I know. I should have brought a list. I really messed up in that sense, but you know. Hey, guess what? Thought ahead on accident. All right, guys, I'm gonna play you an original then. This one's called Papa's Guitar. I don't have Papa's Guitar with me, but Papa's Guitar is at the house, and this is a true story, and I hope you like it. Well, growing up, my papa, he always told me if you learn to sing, you can make big money, just like all those famous country stars. When he passed, it sure was a hard day, but Grandmama pulled me to the side to say, your papa left you his guitar. Well, at the time I didn't know how to play, so I sat down with that thing every day till I learned to pick a tune, sing along. I got a college degree, but I didn't use it, ended up with a few gigs playing for tips, and now I'm trying to make a living singing these silly songs. But Grandmama says, go to church on Sunday, get you a job, and make some real money. Yeah, you worry me to death singing in these smoky bars. Now stay away from that old booze and all them wild women too. Take care of your Papa's guitar. Come on. Temptation follows me around like a raccoon being chased by a coonhound, and the devil's got a gun waiting for me to pick a tree. Between the ladies, the liquor, and the neon lights, well, it sure is hard to do what's right. I guess I ought to start listening to what she's been telling me. But the grandmama says, go to church on Sunday and get you a job and make some real money. Yeah, you worry me to death singing in these smoky bars. Now stay away from that old booze and all them wild women too. Take care of your Papa's guitar. Come on, yeah. That guitar's been banged up quite a bit, but if he was here, he'd want me to play it. So I take you to a gig every night and then let it rain. Well, I bet he sits up there in them clouds, telling everyone in heaven to gather round and watch his grand youngin' pick his old six string. But grandmama says, go to church on Sunday, get you a job and make some real money. Yeah, you worry me to death singing in these smoky bars. Now stay away from that old booze and all them wild women too. And take care of your Papa's guitar. She tells me, boy, take care of your Papa's guitar. She tells me, son, take care of your Papa's guitar. Woo, baby, come on.
Well,
you are rad. Thank you.
We'll give it up for Jesse, everybody.
Thank you, guys.
We're going to be signing off. We will be streaming throughout the night. We're actually, if you go over to Twitch right now, they should be starting to game pretty soon, I think. Awesome catch up with, who's he with? Something Badger. Can't remember his name. He was in the chat earlier, but I can't remember. Anyways.
I don't. Sorry.
Also, keep those donations going. I mean, as small as $10 helps us out. The more individual donors we have, it's kind of like a game. Say, hey, Brett. Hey, Brett.
Hey, Brett.
But yeah, thank you guys for supporting us, and we'll be back with I guess more like person streams and not just gaming streams at 8 a.m. So with Luke Pell, he's going to do a morning workout. Badgerfield Awesome Catch Up, Slappy 175. That's who's going to be gaming. So tune in.
Yeah.
And we'll see you soon. Thanks,
guys, make sure you donate. Make sure, I think they can share this too, right?
Sure.
I'm sure, right?
Yeah.
So share it. Even if you can't donate, that's great. I know times are tough right now. If you can't donate, share this thing so other people who maybe can donate can donate, because this is such an awesome cause. And like I said, I personally have been helped by it, and I'm not even a veteran in the program. It just touches lots of people. So do what you can. And thanks for tuning in. Love you, proud of you.
Thanks for having me. Yeah, man. We'll see you guys.